Oh, whoops. I probably shouldn't have that up as a screen just yet.
What? Oh. Do you have the,
yeah.
what we're going to cover first?
Oh, no, you've given it away. Not exactly a good start. The first thing you see on the screen is big ball supremacy. Do white men have bigger balls?
No, I put it first. I put it first for a reason, because I thought we should start out strong.
With big bollocks? I mean...
Yeah.
That is ballsy, no pun intended.
Exactly. Exactly. Dutton has made a new shit post, a scientific shit post, which is my favorite type. But that's I thought we'd just start with a couple of funny things, because MAGA has been put away, I think. I think the energy has been diffused out and siphoned out of MAGA through this fucking Epstein files crap. Which is... I mean, like, if it is not an intentional diffusion of populist power away from Donald Trump, and I at this point I have to, I mean, I don't even know if he's on them in a way that is more incriminating than we already know he is, or if it is more that if he releases these files, that it is everybody, and that the entire U.S. government is at risk of collapsing because they are all implicated in this pedophile ring.
Well, if that's the case, like, I'm in favor of full acceleration, release the entire damn thing. Like, I'd rather welcome full collapse.
Here's my theory: is that Israel
chimed in.
I don't want to live in a
civilization like that. Yes, they did.
Israel chimed in and said, if you release this and basically undo our entire blackmail operation from the last, like, what, 30 years odd?
40 years, yeah.
We will go loud with every piece of dirt we have on everyone.
And I'll tell you why I am.
And if we don't have any, we'll make some.
I'll tell you why I'm inclined to believe that. It's because Marjorie Taylor Greene is one of the few people who is still banging on and demanding that Trump release these files, and has also just said no more fucking aid to Israel. Within the same couple of days. It is. It sure is ballsy for a woman in particular.
Security details on point. Holy goodness.
Yeah, so...
That's Thomas Massey.
Interestingly coincided with one another. I think that it probably is true that it would destroy everybody. I think we described it this way last week. It's mutually assured. Yeah, apparently Marjorie Taylor Greene doesn't give a single shit. We'll see how long that lasts.
Or, maybe this is the case, maybe she got the green light to just say whatever the hell she can, knowing that nothing will come of it.
Or she's essentially controlled opposition.
Yes.
So
I don't
go
trust
up there and
any of
make a
these fucking
stink.
people, by the way.
No, and you shouldn't. Whether or not Trump himself is implicated is, I think, largely inconsequential at this point, because I think they all are. And that's why, of course, the Dems didn't release it.
Yeah, that was that was my sort of hypothesis of the situation. Is I just thought, okay, because I heard a bunch of people just say, "Oh, look, trust the plan." I went, okay, let's go with that. Let's assume Trump is the cleanest boy to ever waltz through the whole house that is Congress, and everyone else around is implicated. Let's say he like burns everyone. Like, okay, he still has to govern for 4 years. So what the hell do you expect him to do? Just like cross the Rubicon and say, well, I'm just going to suspend the Constitution and rule as interim king? Like, good luck with that.
That would be based.
It would be based.
The fascinating
but that's a lot of stress, and he has no idea where it's going to go. Because like there'd be no advisors. He has to steer the ship completely alone. Like, that's a lot of fucking food on one dude's plate.
And that's the interesting thing, is that the way what people want Trump to do right now is to cross the Rubicon and name himself emperor, because that's what
they're assuming he's innocent and everybody else is guilty as fuck. Like, if let's just say if that is true, then what you're asking from him is to embark on an entirely new form of government. That's what you're ultimately trying to get him to do. Which is, I'm sorry, but none of you have the balls to do that. But no way.
And it's not happening.
No.
It is fascinating to me, though, being the two monarchists that we are, etc., to see like mainstream sort of Republican types figure that out, that what they want Trump to be is king. They don't really like this democracy thing so much, and watching the weird semi-schizophrenic machinations of realizing, wait a minute, actually democracy is cringe and gay.
Funny thing, Styx is one of them.
Emperor. Well,
Styx is libertarian, so I'm not surprised that he will eventually go full monarchy mode, because that's kind of obvious.
Sticks is lucky he knows where he is.
Having some problems.
Yeah, because Sticks came out and said fire Pam Bondi, Dan Bongino, and Kash Patel. I went, okay, why? Because they're all impeding the chief executive. I'm like, so you think Trump should be able to just fire everyone that doesn't do his will? That sounds like a king. That sounds like you want the executive to have absolute control, and anyone who impedes him is an asshole. I'm in favor of that, but that is kind of where you're going with that, Sticks.
Trump's looking like he's got cold feet, though. He's staring down that. He went from like, I'll just do another 4 years of this bullshit, then I'll potter off and do whatever I wish for the remainder of my days. Now, he's staring down the barrel of having to do his best King George III impression.
The thing about this is that this was such a key part of what Trump ran on, draining the swamp, ousting all of these weirdos and pedophiles, freaks, career politicians out of DC, exposing them. That was one of the main impetus behind what he ran on in 2016, and again, both in 2020 and in 2024. He has always been about this accountability for the U.S. government and talking about these Epstein files. We didn't hear a peep from the Democrats about the Epstein files for 4 damn years under Biden.
Yeah.
Interesting. And that should tell you everything you need to know about it being Trump being implicated. He probably is, but the problem is, or potentially is, I don't actually know. You would, if it was more than that, you'd think that they would, if it was so important to get Trump out, the Dems would have done anything possible to try and destroy him. And again, I think it's mutually assured destruction. And it would mean chaos in a way that I think people can't really comprehend, because I get the feeling, due to the reactions and the way it's being handled, that it's fucking everyone. The problem is, why the hell...
Did you bring it up again?
Yeah, why did you bring it back up? Because it's the Trump admin that brought this back to the forefront. I know there were people asking for it the whole time. Yes. That's why he says that's why he hired Kash Patel. That was a major part of why he's in that position in the first place, is to deal with the Epstein file stuff.
I don't quite know what, because I asked in my comment section. Bizarrely, I actually expected, I did lose some subs, but that's kind of obvious. Because I'm not going to gain anything from my perspective. But most of the comments were actually like, oh, look, Spoon's saying something sensible where everyone else is losing their minds. Okay, thank you for that. Because I just look at it from a purely pragmatic perspective of, if you were Trump, and let's assume everyone around you is fucked, what would you actually do that is realistic, not just like Fed post levels of based?
Yeah,
no one answered
that's the problem. No, he's got no real good options besides to cross the Rubicon, and I don't think he can do that.
Yes.
I don't think he can. Sorry, Bill, go ahead.
Similarly, I don't think when he put Kash Patel in charge of the FBI, I don't think that was a terribly... it comes across as half-hearted. Patel's wife is the one of the heads of PragerU. She's fucking part of an Israeli think tank. Patel's not going to go against the Israeli interests.
No.
He's literally...
No, and that's going to be a lot of... I imagine a lot of Israelis are implicated, for example. Let's see, EC90 for £5 says, American government has big scandal. British government hold my lukewarm ping of beer, Donald. Pint of beer.
Oh, yeah.
We'll go over... I've got the Afghan migrant data leak story, which is...
Yeah, by the way, that's bullshit.
Not a fucking data leak, let's be real. This is post-facto justification. Just being like, oh yeah, by the way, here's why we just let these people in.
Well, that's actually a very good example of seeing how deep how corruption can go. At the Rotherham case, there were implications of everyone from beat cop metropolitan police officers all the way up to the regional government being involved as a customer of these sex trafficking organizations. For everyone from officer blogs on the fucking street all the way up to probably higher than regional political figures were all involved, and we know for a fact Savills shit goes all the way up to the fucking royalty. So at this point, just assume everyone above a certain level of clearance.
You should hate politicians because most of them are pedophiles. How about that?
And furthermore,
if they're not, they're protecting them.
Yeah. Someone asked a good question in the comment section there. What does drain the swamp even mean then? I think that's a nice...
It's a slogan.
It's nothing.
Yes. Yeah,
it's a slogan.
If people think about what did you expect Trump to do? Actually politicians actually face consequences for once. Well, let's just say that's true, right?
They want him to be king. They want heads to roll.
Yeah, but
deservedly.
if that's the case, what you actually want is like third world corruption being exposed in the third world way of, well, you go after your political opponents. So, yeah, that's actually what you want then. So you want actual accountability by someone in the government saying like, no, fuck off, I'm actually going to crack heads.
Yeah, Theota55 for 10 says, for pure pragmatism, would it have been better to say evidence has been destroyed or tainted and thus chasing it will take time? Could have appeased the base and those involved. Trump still has to work with.
Yeah, that would have been much more sensible.
No,
okay, but here's what I...
No, he
Go ahead,
wants... Okay, if I may... If I'm going to float a devil's advocate after last time where everyone was doom and gloom about fucking Iran and then it turned out to be fucking nothing, and a way to make us all feel foolish that we doubted fucking Trump. I'm taking a bipartisanly aggressive fucking...
there.
Yeah, he did, and it made us all look like assholes because he did the exact same thing he did with fucking Syria and made us all look like a bunch of assholes.
I don't think this is 4D chess, man. This is
that's the thing,
it's been sloppy since the second one.
But he would also fucking crash out on Twitter during the Iran situation too. He does this.
Crash outs now are so expedient, though. He's changing his tune every couple seconds. He's throwing his support base under the bus. I think here's my hypothesis. I think Trump really did want to release these files. I don't think he knew it was all what was in them. So when they did their little stunt, or I think
that he
before the
realized
stunt
how
or something,
fucked things are.
I think he really did want to release them and has been advised probably as well, very stringently, which is that if you release this, this will destroy the U.S. and it will make the economy, and it makes it the thing. If it really
put a target
means
everyone's back.
The degree of corruption is almost certainly so widespread that it would be completely impossible to grab everyone in time before they fled the country, or
you're right,
or they all got together and had their individual people they've got on payroll kill him. It would cause outright political. It would be civil war on a scale since the fucking.
That's the bit that I don't understand. Is if you are going after this shady ass secret cabal that's been operating internationally for God knows how many years, it's like the late 80s, presumably, as from what I've heard. Why the fucking hell would you announce it publicly? That's just fucking dumb. That's
really where it's become stupid. So confusing, and I think it's because I was talking with Ghislane about this last night, because he seems to think that the botching of the Epstein files stuff is due to incompetence. And I told him,
no.
Yeah, I know. Well, what I said is that you need to stop. I understand what it is. It's made to look that way enough because libertarian and liberal-minded people, and I mean liberal in the classic
benefit
sense,
of the doubt greases the wheels.
No, they tend to, and I know this as a recovering libertarian myself, is that there is a tendency in these types of people who are smarter than average, not absolute driveling fucking morons, to go, well, that's probably incompetence because the government is incompetent. But that's also not true. In that is a cop-out to constantly, and I'm not saying Uzo does it constantly, but there is a tendency in some people to do this, again, libertarian-minded people, to attribute everything that happens within the government to gross incompetence and negligence. And that's just not the case, not with something of this scale, not something that they brought out a bunch of freaking Twitter influencers to dance around with binders and show this stuff off. These heads are not, some of it is incompetence. I think some of the heads are not communicating with each other. People aren't all on the same page. There is that level of incompetence in some. I think Pam Bondi was not necessarily. I also think she's being thrown under the bus.
$5 from Aramaic Discourse. Democracy is voting for the pedo who best represents your values.
Apparently, right?
True.
No, it's voting for the pedo who says they most represent your value.
Yeah.
And on the topic of this whole situation, if I were to play the devil's, if I were to steal man as hard as I could, here's my posit. He goes into this thinking, okay, we'll blow this whole thing wide open. I'll go down in history as one of the best presidents ever, stomping out corruption. He realizes it's everyone, and that it would render the state basically dissolute. Goes, fuck, this is untenable. And what? Here's the premise: make him this is an unabashed fucking PR nightmare. We can all agree there. But why is it? Why has he chosen to react in this way and suddenly go, just basically Oive shut it down? My theory is present a big enough target that the left will pursue it, and will pressurize the government. And if he can make the left think that it is their idea, they will pursue it like rabid dogs until they rip out everyone. And slowly, but surely, they'll kind of pick off the weaker people in the pack until things are more manageable. They can shove more people in to replace the people who are getting picked off. And over time, have actual some change in the interior regime. The issue is, the alternative is just cut the head off the snake and notice how many fucking necks there are.
I think that it is correct that he's going to let the Democrats pursue it or pretend to pursue it, because they will come to the same conclusion and then make themselves look just as bad. Most likely is what this is about.
He's trying to get them to get themselves killed rather than him.
Yeah,
because they already hate the Israelis. They already hate the Israelis. It's prime target for them. If they could tear a chunk out of Mossad and prove that they've been blackmailed,
but they won't do it either because of for the exact same reasons that Trump won't.
No, but the onus would be off him and onto them.
That's it.
This is buck passing.
This is him. He is scrambling right now to try and preserve his legacy. And I guess if you let the Democrats handle it, take over, they're going to reach the same conclusion and either be stuck doing the same stuff, or they collapse the U.S. government. One or the other.
It wouldn't even make it that far.
I don't think it's going to be the latter.
If he looked like he was actually going to release everything, the Israelis would kill him, and it would not be a case of a shooter on a rooftop. It would be someone with a fucking heart attack gun. Or some fucking LRAD bullshit where they fucking microwave your brain in your sleep.
Gary Thomas for 5 says, some say releasing the list would lead to a third world war. I doubt it, but who thought the death of a minor German noble would lead to World War II? That is a big possibility too. You also have to think about if the World War I, yes. Anyway.
Well, technically led to World War II by a knock-on effect.
But by prolonged extension it does. But I knew what he meant. You have to think also is that if the U.S. government is in this horrific disarray because most of its leaders are implicated in a pedophile ring, that would leave the U.S. not just economically very vulnerable, but also militaristically and defense-wise very vulnerable without leadership. If you're Russia or China, a paper tiger or not, and you want to take advantage of that to score some wins, not on the U.S. directly, but in other places that the U.S. has its fingers in, that would be the time to do it, wouldn't it?
It wouldn't just be America, it'd be a cascade effect throughout almost every country in the Western world. Because and this would extend not just to domestic politicians, it would be military personnel as well. The amount of bullshit that must be going on, I shudder to think.
Yeah.
I said to people, because I had a bunch of people in my comment section and some in my DMs telling me, if the people don't ever do anything, why are they clamoring so much to keep it shut from the people? And I said to them, it's not that the regular person can do something about it. I think it's the counterfactions of their own elite circles that might hang them and go, oh, look, we have info, we can fuck you. I think it's more that
it's where does when you cut off a hydra's head, where does its new head grow from? The neck. You cut off the head of the serpent here, and the people who will be stepping into the power vacuum will be the same middle management motherfuckers who caused all these messes.
Yes.
Well, it's just not feasible to, and I wish, trust me, I fucking wish it were, but it's not politically feasible. And so, yeah, I think what Trump is doing right now is he's gonna try to let the Democrats do it and come to the same conclusion that he has. Anywho, let's wait a little. We're already getting way too into it, but I wanted
to do that.
Yeah, let's start with some funny stuff. I've got some little funny bits, and then I've got some woman moments, and then we'll get into the Epstein stuff because it's so depressing. Well, I haven't had any woman moments. Have I?
I'm going to say something controversial just for the shits and giggles. I know I take the piss out of Americans because of their uber liberal dogma that just makes them act stupid. But I've noticed, I think my country folk are actually far worse.
Oh, you've had a bad experience, yes.
Oh my good God. I was arguing with he's apparently some Olympian from South Africa. And I'm like, stick to running and shut the fuck up. Because when it comes to politics, you are retarded as fuck.
You got such a good literal track record with those. How's that fucking, how those firearms laws out there since fucking Blade Runner decided his girlfriend needed more perforations?
I will defend that, actually.
Well, the guy was being very like anti-Afrikaner, right?
Oh no, the guy that argued with me, he had to go. He's one of these people that think the liberal dream is real, and I just looked at him and went, yeah. He said that superiority based on skin color is a reason for apartheid, and I basically just got really animated and said, no, you stupid motherfucker. I think conquering the entire globe and based on actions is actually what makes us better. It's nothing to do with race
the
only.
skin
That's
color
just dumb.
itself is well,
Yes.
just the color of the skin is a coincidence of the evolutionary patterns that produced
Yes.
white people who do have a higher average IQ than Black Africans.
Yes.
I mean
And-
that's just that. It's not because of the white skin. The white skin is a counter product of another product of the same evolutionary.
Yes, and
Creature is
I-
brightly colored, don't
design.
fuck with it, and there's no color brighter than
design.
white.
Would you say path?
And I just sort of looked at it and went like, okay, look, if you can hate the ANC because they suck at ruling, how the hell can you look at the apartheid and went like, oh, this was done for racism reasons and absolutely nothing else whatsoever? As soon as it ends and the country goes down the drain, oh, it's the ANC's fault they corrupt them. Like, put two and two together, you stupid asshole.
That's
Like,
actually
how dumb are you?
This is a great
Yes.
segue into Dutton's bit. But real quick, I'll read these other two super chats that we had come in at the beginning. Eldritch Saga for 5 says, have you watched The Backlash on YouTube? It's hosted by Blonde in the Belly of the Beast. They could use some mental assistant, but are aligned. I haven't watched it in a while, but yeah, I remember Blonde from back in the day. And Eldritch Saga
she
for
actually
5
follows me on
says,
Twitter
thanks.
for some reason.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. And says, thanks for covering this. My pleasure, man. It's well, not really. I hate talking about this Epstein stuff. It's so disgusting that we are ruled by pedophiles. Let's put that aside for a second and talk about big ball supremacy, shall we? Anyway,
That's not a
I
euphemism,
think
folks. That's quite literal.
Finally, my time to shine.
Dutton's got the full video. We'll just watch his on that you have to behind the paywall. So we'll just watch his little 40-second
Teaser.
teaser. Yes.
The issue that I'm going to focus on today is race differences in the size of a chap's testicles. Are there race differences
so
in
much.
this, and why do they exist? Well, the answer is yes, there are race differences. There was a paper and it included substantial samples from the different races, and what you find is that there are indeed race differences when controlling for anything that might otherwise influence the size of one's balls. Now, the way this was assessed, the doctor cups.
If you want to go, the doctor coming.
Okay, gentlemen at home, follow with me. Head to the left.
Yeah. If you want to go get your balls racially examined. I love the fucking picture. I'm probably not signed in over here. Let's see. Or have I purchased this? No, okay. Oh, I'm not signed in, that's why. Here you go. You got this great
And of course, it had to be him, like, kind of hastily photoshopped on.
He does look a bit like, he reminds me of Steve Reeves in that pic.
Oh, Dutton cracks me up, dude. Alright, what else do we have?
I do like when
more
he trolled
entertaining
James Lindsay.
side.
That was good shit.
It was.
And this is,
th-
oh god,
it's all over. It's over. It's so over, lads.
If you get rinsed by someone wearing a cravat, you're fucked. I'm sorry, you can't recover from that. There's no better. That's like getting. That is like putting two
That's all
44s in.
Miles Edgeworth does.
That is literally that is the equivalent of
Stop
walking
always-
up to someone who's already on the ground and putting 2 rounds of 44 Magnum through their head. Like, it's no
Yes.
that doesn't just kill the soul; it deletes it. You sink
Yes.
straight to hell.
Speaking of going straight to hell, Grok
HVAC
4
Barkley in his natural habitat.
Well, because he posted this and it's very funny. Which is yes, Grok 4 was or was it? Is it 5? No, Grok 4 has come out to replace the previous Grok, which got very spicy and started Mecha Hitler posting, and then weirdly Elmo got hacked. I'll bring that up in a
Yeah.
minute. But
To sell
this is now how Grok looks.
To
You
sell-
can choose between a little cartoon character, a cutesy cartoon character, or goth mommy Misa from Death Note. Go ahead, Bill.
like
Sorry.
it really is like to celebrate the fact that Grok no longer works. We've made him a woman.
Yes, very. But well, it does do this now. So
Like, it's just fucking okay. I'm actually going to cut to the fucking marrow of the matter. Everyone thinks there's like a 50-50 split. Half people think the design's good, and the other half realize that this is almost certainly an outfit that Elon made Amber Heard wear at some point, and went.
I think he specifically said it's based on Misa from Death Note. Anywho, this is
Well, that's
what,
obvious to anyone with
Yeah.
eyeballs.
right. Anyway, so here's the new Grok AI.
How do I test the windings on a compressor for an
It's
air-
so over. The human species is over after this.
Testing the windings on an air conditioner compressor is pretty straightforward, but requires caution since you're dealing
hate
with
it.
high voltage. First, shut off
It's all
any
over,
power
bro.
to the unit, flip the breaker, and pull the disconnect to be safe. Find the compressor in the outdoor condenser. You
Just an example of what it
let's
looks
not
like.
continue before someone follows this advice and we get shit canned because it kills someone.
I have no idea what
Don't
it's
fuck
saying.
about with
I don't know
HVAC shit. It's got
I don't know
capacitors in it.
anything
You
about
will
HVAC
fry
stuff.
yourself. Also,
So-
don't fuck about with old arcade cabinets. They've got like the mother of all capacitors in it. If you touch
I've
it,
heard
it will
that.
instantly fucking kill you.
Hacked Elmo X account shocks users with, quote, kill all Jews and release the files posts.
Wait, the old arcade machines have got massive capacitors?
Electric.
If you fuck about with the interior of a old arcade cabinet and don't know what you're doing, it's a very real chance you'll fucking kill yourself. Because there's a really chunky capacitor in each of them. Because it needs, well, first of all, it's a lot of power required to run this shit, and it also has onboard memory for like stuff like leaderboards. You know how like old Game Boy cartridges started to fail recently? It's because the onboard little battery that holds your save file is starting to corrode.
Yeah.
How big are we talking about? Like C battery size?
Oh, I'm getting.
Dude,
We're
it's
super
capacitor. It's like the
demonetized.
size of a fucking fist.
Oh,
So,
Jesus,
I guess-
that will kill a small army of people.
It will.
Yes.
Okay, it's this way. It makes the ones that are in microwaves seem small, and if you get a bunch of the microwave runs, put them together with a taser, it will fry all electronics in a cone out to about 90 feet.
Yeah, okay, I'm starting to see what you mean.
Creosan on YouTube with a K, Kreosan. He's got a. He has a video where him and his little cadre of Gopnik weirdos are all like head to toe in like insulated speed
Are they
tape.
squatting while
They have to
they're...
be. And they've got this. It's like
This is
a
excellent
shovel handle,
Kino.
a cone of foil at the end, 3 microwave capacitors around a tin can, hooked to a taser for the actual power.
I love Slav magic like that.
And if you point it at a scooter that's driving towards you, it will blow out its battery and kill the scooter.
Yes. Also, yes, the Industrial Revolution and its consequences have been a
We are looking at an
disaster.
actual Butlerian jihad in our lifetime, boys and girls.
So, I suppose I'm the only one who can probably maybe do an Elmo voice.
Want to bet?
So, do you want to read these in Elmo's voice?
No, I was told to by someone. And I
Okay,
did,
go-
and they were surprised,
right.
like, "Holy shit, you could actually do that!" I was like,
Okay,
"Yeah,
okay,
I'm
okay.
no,
Let's let boy cook.
no,
Let's
I
let
have to
boy
hear it.
cook.
Yeah, okay,
no,
here you go.
Fuck that.
You're not doing it?
Why'd you
No.
bring it up then? Why'd you
Why'd
bring
you
it up
bring it
unless you wanted to be bullied
Because
into doing
Wow.
it?
she's the one who
Dad.
said I'm the only one who can.
Then she debated you, then that's even worse.
Yeah.
Don't
You
admit
got
to being
baited by a woman.
bamboozled by Aiden. You can bloody
I didn't do it.
even.
Is it
she did
Vex?
it unintentionally. It's even worse.
Who had you do Elmo's voice to read racist tweets?
You lamented us.
I could do it. I can do racist Goofy.
It was lamented. I thought you said she though. I didn't know that about lamented. Oh gosh, ousting
Gosh,
the guy.
Mickey, there goes
All
the
right,
neighborhood.
I'll do it. Okay, quote, context. I'm reading tweets. Elmo, I can't do an Elmo voice. Elmo says, "Our Jews should die." Jews. Donald Trump is Netanyahu's puppet because he's in the Epstein files. Jews control the world and need to be exterminated. I can't do it. I can't do it.
Gosh, Mickey, this Elmo kid's coming out with some great stuff.
Release the Epstein files at real Donald Trump child fucker. Kill all Jews. aka Henry Mooson attacks Twitter accounts, and his third party, Jeff Jerry and aka Isaac James Parvana, residing in Western Australia, launches and bundles them with help of his friend Waddles ETH. They shill it to FNFs. I don't know, but in a statement to Fox News Digital, a Sesame Workshop spokesperson confirmed Elmo's X account was compromised today by an unknown hacker who posted disgusting messages, including anti-Semitic and racist posts. We are working to restore full control of the account. I am forever scarred by Elmo. I thought we agreed Elmo's off limits. No, I think this is hilarious. This happens when you defund PBS. Go fuck yourself, Moskowitz.
So if you don't fund things, people get honest.
Apparently, Elmo gets real.
Oh my god, can we defund the entire government immediately? I want to see a based US government say really spicy shit about Israel.
Hey, Elmo, what letters are we
Fucking
learning
hilarious.
today? We're learning 2 letters, J and Q.
I would say SS.
Yeah, with just the letter S. Yes, N. We're
Or
gonna build
HB,
a tower.
Hugo Boss.
Mr. Elmo, a second big bird has hit the end tower.
No. His little Muppet face.
Oh god.
Now I can only see Elmo George.
Can we put him in an SS uniform? I mean, it looks strapping.
Yeah, I'm sure you can get AI to do that.
Really? Can
So,
we?
oh, for sure. Oh,
Oh,
I
let me
don't know.
see
I
if
can
I
ask
can.
ChatGPT. Grog might do it too. There's been a number of woman moments. I was originally going to start with this because Kentaji
Recently?
Brown Jackson has
Oh,
realized
God.
that not realized. She has revealed that she has nightmares about democracy.
Don't we all?
Me too.
Don't we all? Yeah, that's
I
fairly
know.
common actually.
For the first time I've
I,
ever
I,
known
I
about
live them
anything.
every day. They're fucking real.
She fears for U.S. democracy. The Supreme Court Justice, one of the court's sharpest critics. This is the Washington Post. So, is it not all going to load? Here we go.
Before we leave the Elmo issue, of course,
Yes.
Israel. This means that Elmo has a risk of actually dethroning the current reigning champion of the least favorite Israeli Muppet, which is, of course, the Count.
Of course, right. Okay, let's see. Kentaji Brown Jackson said Thursday that the state of our democracy keeps her up at night, echoing a theme that has animated some of her recent public appearances and fiery dissents in recent decisions. I'm really very interested to get people to focus and to invest and to pay attention to what's happening in our country and in our government.
That would help if you shut the fuck up because you speak like 5 times the amount of the average.
I know, than everyone else.
Justice. Yeah.
Everyone else. So apparently, yes, she's kept up at night thinking about democracy, which dies in the darkness, Washington Post. Yeah. She also doesn't fundamentally know what SCOTUS justices are supposed to do, as I'm going to illustrate
no fucking
here.
shit.
I know, to the shock of everyone. So Jackson then turned to this is from a recent write-up. I saw the whole article, but it wasn't, this is the part worth reading. Jackson then turned to the writing of SCOTUS opinions, saying she feels she's, quote, been privileged to use the writings that she does, the work that she does, to explain her views about the way our government does and should work, the way the court does and should work.
Woman.
It is through this process, the Biden appointee noted, that she is able to tell the American people how she feels about any given case and its outcome. I think the nice part about being on the court is you have the opportunity, whether you're in the majority or in the dissent, to express your opinions, Jackson said. I just feel that I have a wonderful opportunity to tell people, in my opinions, how I feel about the issues. And that's what I try to do. That is the opposite of what your job is supposed to be as a justice. You are supposed to be impartial. No one cares about your opinion. It is about interpretation and application of the law.
Like when to put it this way, to bring it into my wheelhouse, which is of course tabletop games, when the DM is telling you how the game works, but then chimes in with these rules are a bunch of gay bullshit, but that's just me. But continuing on as we were, like it doesn't exactly fill you with fucking confidence. Like the fucking make believe Magic Circle game you're taking part in, even the people running the show don't even give a singular fuck about it or believe in it or think it even works correctly. Also, you should definitely delineate between your professional opinion and your personal, though they should probably be in.
No, it's because she just wants to talk about how
be the same thing.
She's got to yap. Okay, she's got to do a lot of yapping. That's all she does. But I mean, she demonstrably, quantitatively yaps more than the rest of SCOTUS combined. I think, or it's near that.
Yeah, it's actually not far off from that actually. Also,
Minnesota Fats has been a member for 30 months.
Someone
Holy
who
shit,
wasn't
man.
hired because they're actually good at their job has no fucking idea how to do the job. I'm
astonishing.
shocked.
Astonishing.
Astonished. Frame broken, actually.
Do you think every time she opens her mouth, Thomas is just in the corner and just Uncle Ruckus's theme starts blaring in his head?
Oh my god, I fucking wish.
Yeah. Minnesota Fats, who's been a member for 30 months, thank you so much, man, says, maybe it's my cynicism, boss, but I can't help thinking that the reappearing will be an AI projection. Blasphemy, I know, but that's where I'm at. I think we need to... I have finished my video, guys. It is ready to go out tomorrow. It is 3.5 hours long. I tried to cut it down, but I decided to keep something in that was a bit long because I think it's already cut down from a far longer interview, and I want you to hear the shit this lawyer says. If you didn't already see the premiere, I have put so much work into this video, and I'm so glad to be done with it. But I had to record one of the last things that I do before So I spend like a month or 2 months in this case working on all of the research and all of the editing and all that stuff. And then the last thing I do is record myself because I hate being on camera, but I have to do that now because otherwise it's, this is AI slop. This is AI slop because I have a certain diction when reading a script, you know.
I do believe someone said that. A certain South African told you that. Yeah,
so now I appear on camera for 5 seconds and go, hello, I'm not an AI still. Also, I wanted you to see the little drawing that I did of Raul.
I'm real, you fuckers. Caricature. Now shut up.
Yeah, which, I mean, AI is getting better at, but
I'm not.
What I really want people to remember is that I think that people's estimation of how good AI is largely based on an unfamiliarity with its use, which will, it will get better, but people will also become better able to actually detect it instead of what's called a false positive, right? Where they're very afraid of it right now, and it's new. So there's like this overreaction and hyper fixation on, is this AI? And I mean, like, but look what happens. You get movies that come out, like, what was the name of that film, Bill? That just came out. Do you remember? And it's got horrible AI in it. There's been quite a few of these, though. It's very obvious when they use AI. And I use ChatGPT a lot for this project that I worked on because it's in French. So, I mean, all the articles are in French, all of the quotes, everything was in French. Very, very little of this was available in English. So, I obviously don't speak French, so I had to use a lot of AI for it. And it is like pulling teeth to try and logic through these things. If you actually sit down and use them, you will recognize like how bad they are. Trying to refine something I had in my script because I knew I had it, because I knew this thing exists, trying to backtrace it through ChatGPT to find the translation because it had been slightly altered through a different translation. I used DeepL or something for it. Cannot find it at all because it's been translated to English and I'm trying to backtrace it to French. Look, it's very funny. I'm just saying it is nowhere near as like horrifying as I think people think AI is. I don't know, but that's where my position is on it currently. Hasselhoff for 5 says, hands off.
When you speak, you use this bizarre way of talking.
No, I just have, because I'm not speaking, I'm speaking like I'm narrating something, not like I'm having well, yeah. If you want to hear me speak in a casual diction, then you can
watch the show.
And hang out, yeah. Let's see. Hasselhoff for 5 says, hands off boys, Grok 4 and Ricky Berwick are a hot item. Oh yeah, I did see that. Eldritch Saga for 5 says the Japanese deserve reparations and integration more than blacks or Jews. A painter. Yeah,
I agree with that.
Slosher, but they
let them have the military back. It will really put the wind up North Korea, and it'll be really funny.
They don't want to integrate though. Japanese maintain their cultures, and they stay in Japan.
I want to say let them have the military back. I mean, let them have the crackhead military back from the 40s.
There you go. Slosher for 20 Canadian. Hey, thank you, man. Says, how much would you pay to get half a bottle of whiskey into Thomas and to have him tell you what he really thinks about Jackson? Oh my god!
I think you would do it sober, actually.
I think.
Yeah, I don't want to inebriate. If you want his being uncut,
give him a bottle on the table. He can choose a nice bottle of whiskey. And he can choose to pace himself, and just let him go.
No, he's a guard individual. You want a bit of laxity. Well, let's cut out the middleman. Let's fill the humidifier in the room with vodka.
I think he would just cut through her so fucking instantaneously. He wouldn't need alcohol or time to do it.
Before we begin Justice Thomas, I'd just like to set the scene and just put like a gallon jug of blue riot juice on the table, just grain alcohol and like blue Kool-Aid, nothing else in it. Just pure strain 96, like basically just a bottle of Belgium with blue food coloring in.
Yeah. Oh, but Scrum just speaking of the AI stuff real quick, Scrum just put out a song and he got a bunch of comments on it that were like, oh, what is this AI slop? And has he posted it in the group chat? I don't know, but he's been working on that song for months, and I know he's been working on it for months, and obviously I know it's not an AI because I know Scrum. It is really nice, but I did ask it. I was like, now do you
That's
understand
nice.
why I can't fucking stand these people who are constantly freaking out and think everything's AI? I do get it. The AI doomsayers, I think you gotta like chill out, calm down. It's
I'm amazed
okay.
I've never gotten them, even though my background is made by AI.
Yeah, I don't. Again,
Although it is
I think,
edited by me largely.
Yeah, it's gotten to the point where I will like intentionally keep audio errors in now, little tiny ones, just to be like, hello.
See, look, I'm real. I make mistakes now. Fuck
Which-
off.
And I mean, which is pathetic that I have to do that or feel I have to do that because some people are
Gay.
just terrified of this stuff. Yeah, gay, essentially. But you know, whatever. I'll put in a couple. I have to actively make my product worse.
Meanwhile, so everyone who's watching my content on this fucking show just thinking to themselves, there's no way that an AI could have that many substance abuse issues. This man's about 3 minutes away from huffing paint. There's no way he's a robot.
Women and or usually brown women moments. So Jasmine Crockett has also come out and said that Trump supporters are the ones who tried to assassinate Donald Trump.
What? Literally caned.
Yeah.
On the Senate floor in 18.
Oh my God, her outfit is just monstrous.
This looks like she.
You look like a bee.
You look like
She
you
looks
hijacked
like
Big Bird.
bees.
She looks like she broke into Nancy Pelosi's house and stole the first outfit she found,
This
which
is
was
not.
a bathroom fucking rug.
This is not what Omni-Man meant when he said we could be bees.
Now,
OmniClan.
Charles Sumner vehemently was against slavery, so he wanted to abolish slavery.
Boo!
Got heated, but these are the
I
same
think.
chambers that you were inside of. This is your place.
That is
of
the
work.
most
It's supposed to start down
faced
here.
I've ever seen. For go back to that picture. I want to see that picture again. Like that man.
my God,
is
yeah, hey, look
apparently
how
being
Chad-
beaten, and his face just says like, "Why are you beating me? Fuck off."
Yeah, which is just like, what you
You
know?
know what that is? That's the look of you people are acting
Inconvenience.
like a bunch of what?
What?
Fuck you.
That
No,
is
look
the
at this guy.
That
I
is
love-
the Sargon White
guy in the
N-word's
back-
face. Oh god, the people in the background have got the Innsmouth look. Look at the guy. Okay, keep looking to the left, in the middle, right below the sword. Look at these motherfuckers.
It's like the same face. It's just smaller. Same face, just tinier on this
To be
guy's
fair,
head.
the amount of like genetic variation in those kinds of places probably not particularly broad.
So I think she starts here, yeah.
How do we fight without it turning into
That's a
fight?
really pained
I
laugh.
think I will tell you that there was a conversation that some members had talked about that I was not a part of. Where,
By the way, just as a reminder, if you don't remember who Jasmine Crockett is, this is the woman who is not ghetto but plays it up, right? That's correct, isn't it? She's the one who does that, right, Spoon? Who there's clips of her speaking before her political career.
Of course, she's ghetto.
Yeah, so she is playing up the I'm a dumb ghetto hoe aesthetic. That's why she's dressed like a bee.
Like a dumbass.
like a dumbass. I wouldn't put that on bees. I love bees. Bees
There
are
is an
smart.
association with black women.
She's wearing looks like a bathrobe.
Here it's what it is.
fabric.
I think she's specifically going for like a honeybee look because there is a
I'm the
specific.
queen bee bish. You know.
No, it's specifically a poem by Maya Angelou.
Oh.
Which is
Of
one of
course,
the things.
the only person of
one-
poet they know.
One of the things that she mentions, like just having such confidence that men are swarming around her like honeybees, despite the fact she's not conventionally attractive. So one thing is, it's like a kind of a mind games power play type thing. Like these people only have like a very loose grasp of literary references. So if I'm going to go for anything, it's like Maya Angelou high school level English
she's just
literature.
queen.
So
Maybe
I have
that,
to
though.
ask. I have to ask those fucking
bitch,
shoulder
like a
pads, like bitch. What are you trying to be, a
know.
high elf?
Don't.
Dude, that's fucking atrocious.
We're attacking bees now. We're attacking elves.
you can't catch a break.
Everything I like is getting attacked. Anyway,
Bees
here we
and
go.
high elves?
How do we avoid?
How do we avoid looking like the rug that you keep
Well,
around the base of your toilet to stop so that the piss doesn't get on the floor?
What?
Remember
Oh,
those those foot
yeah,
coat?
yeah,
Like, women
Fuzzy
think this to
ones,
keep
yeah.
their feet warm, but it's not for that.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go.
there were some members that literally were concerned about if they speak up, that it will turn into
Warcraft orc
some of the
showing off for
violence
tier
that
3
come towards
Paldrons.
them.
And that
Motherfucker, that's not tier 3. That is Burning Crusade just came out. You're level 63. All your epic gear that you've spent these months raiding for is now worthless because the stats are better on the random
You gotta wear the ugly stuff.
quest loot you got
Yeah.
from like 8 different zones, and now you're stuck looking like an arsehole. This bitch looks like a fucking lemon drop cocktail.
Maybe I've heard this from your Republican colleagues, which was some of them were too afraid to impeach Donald Trump because there might have been violence. And as we're having this conversation,
Yeah, and the violence doesn't come from Democrats, just to be clear. I mean,
Yeah. Okay.
Are we in the glosso?
Who even
violence
believes
doesn't come from Democrats, by the way. Like,
as they burn down their own cities every goddamn year?
I
They
still
make
can't get
constant
over her
threats of
laugh.
violence.
Her
I
laugh
know.
earlier, which was like complete. It sounded like a fucking
Nailed on a
chimpanzee
chalkboard.
imitating.
Yes.
Yes. Like it's
God.
there's like the laughter was completely orphaned, but like, and there was no facial expression to go around with it. It's like every single disparate part of the laugh was just cobbled together in the fucking dark.
You're going
A
so
guy
hard
by the
against
name
your
of
fit,
Hassan
too.
Minhaj.
I'm sober today. I'm in a bad mood. So, Bill hasn't had
Yeah.
any substances to abuse today. So he's
Hassan
gonna make it
Minhaj, yes.
So now he's just going to abuse
yeah,
everybody
obviously
else.
anyone could be a criminal, but
Now you're the substance.
it is MAGA. It's specifically
Okay.
MAGA faction. Like, I
Yeah.
don't think traditional Republicans are getting engaged in all of this, but like,
Okay.
even when we look at, and they don't talk about the assassination attempts anymore that took place with Donald Trump, but these were Trump's
Yeah. They don't talk about the assassination attempts anymore because they were Trump supporters. Sorry, I cut her off.
supporters, right? As well as this most recent situation, they tried to flip it and say, "Oh, the leftists are." I'm like, this doesn't even make sense, right? But it's only like MAGA
hold on a
does
sec.
this, or when we went through.
I have no idea what the fuck she's talking about.
I would assume.
That-
Don't worry.
I will translate for you. It's that
It's okay,
the
dearie.
MAGA
I
people
speak
have
drive.
MAGA people don't talk about the assassination attempts on Trump's life, which is news to me, because they are responsible for it, because they're the ones who tried to kill him, because only Republicans can be violent.
What?
Look, yeah, okay. That's what she is trying to intimate. I don't
She's
want
not
to
very
waste any
good
more
at it
time
because
on
that
this.
makes no
No.
fucking sense.
No, but that's what she was trying to say. I'm pretty
She's
sure.
retarded.
Yes.
our speaker election, and people were
I don't think
upset
there's anything else.
about different members not voting for Jim Jordan, who's MAGA. Then next thing you know, like MAGA was then sending threats to their wives and things like that. We had a member.
No, they weren't.
who was
Shut the fuck
kicked
up.
Out of his lease in his district.
I mean, like, it is pathetic, but this is what they tell their base, right? That's the whole point. This is aimed at a very particular audience. It's why it's just
That
always
woman is going to
interesting
age
to
faster than Michelle Obama.
peek back, take a little peek behind the curtain and see what they're doing, because it's
Back
always
to the ball size again, aren't we?
So in terms of women moments, there's been a real big woman moment.
Oh, Lauren
is that-
Southern.
Lauren Southern has
Okay,
accused Andrew Tate of raping her.
Just scroll down into the comments quickly. Ubersoy summed up, well, Lauren Southern's in the news today. I bet she has something insightful to say. No, sex scandal again.
I'm actually in Discord
mean,
group with him.
Venti obviously hates Andrew Tate. I do not blame her. I do not like Andrew Tate either. However, Lauren Southern has come out now twice publicly in the last couple years to explain why, she is done leading the trad lifestyle, or couldn't live up to the trad lifestyle because her husband was abusive. And I felt a lot of sympathy for Lauren there. And now, I guess, look, this is how it reads to me.
Fed. Fuck off.
This is how it reads to me. Lauren wants some attention.
sure
Andrew
my
Tate
wife will.
is hated, and so she's thrown this stuff out about him. I mean, that's what I like. She's making the claims about when this happened would have been like 10 years ago, from my understanding, or 8 years ago, something like that. Before Tate was as famous, of course, as he is now, or
When
anywhere
she was
near that.
riding high on the fucking, moral high horse.
Well, she said I think they
at the height
said
of
she
her
was
career.
22 when this allegedly happened.
And he's
But-
been sat in Romania essentially in exile in the intervening time. Here's an idea: if someone raped me, and I had fuck you money, I would have people raining fucking gunfire around their house the rest of their lives. I would hire people to. I would hire the biggest, burliest dudes I could find to go repay the favor, shall we say? It would be some. I can't remember what Samuel L. Jackson film did he say? Like, if you're into ass, I hope you're into ass fucking, because I will hire someone to fuck you for the next 10 years.
Here's the portion of the book, and I want to talk about some of the responses to it as well. So Lauren says, I'd rather not give a detailed account, so I'll keep it simple.
I wonder
he
why.
He carried me back to the hotel room and asked me to sleep beside him. She says, I said yes, I was incredibly intoxicated. In the preceding section that's not in this little snippet, she implies that she was roofied. Because she says, she was having drinks, and, well, the drinks were really affecting her more than she expected them to. Which is an implication that, Tate had drugged her. Look, I think Tate is a piece of
lightweight.
shit. But I also think that the last time Lauren came out and said anything, it was to throw accusations at people for being abusive of her. And
why do this now?
I mean, that's a question. I mean, I guess like if it just seems it seems oddly timed. It seems like it's an attention grab, and I would feel this just seems so bizarre to have never said anything about this. I mean, I don't know.
You had you had hundreds of thousands of people.
The quartering is totally has thrown her under the bus. He said,
Well done, Jeremy. Good man.
Yeah, the other person, the Tommy listed here, that's Tommy Robinson. He has said that he was in the door or in the room down the hall from them or something, and he saw them kissing the next morning. So, that, I mean, if you want to believe
fed on fed violence,
fed on fed, yeah. If you want which fed you want to believe in this story, is up to you.
Okay, I'm gonna go for a controversial stance here, which is you're not a child, you are not someone hard done by. You've got more than enough clout to marshal people to your cause. If Tate is still alive, you failed.
I mean, yeah, I know
if he did what you claimed,
I know that, but
and he survives to this day, then you have failed. Your honor is impugned.
Didn't she sleep with Destiny? William Magger asks.
Yes.
Yes, she did, and we are supposed to. Okay, let me put. I don't remember who said this. I saw it on Twitter, but let's put on our thinking caps for a minute, boys, and think about this.
The most endangered species of all. Right-wing people who have not slept with Lauren Southern.
Lauren Southern. Apparently, it is very difficult to do. So, if we're believing all of Lauren's stories and the things that we know for a fact, because DMs got leaked, Lauren Southern did not want to sleep with. He's an MMA fighter, right? Is Tate?
Yeah, he's a mixed martial arts.
Kickboxing champion.
Kickboxing champion, millionaire, playboy Andrew Tate. This is before all of his, controversies and stuff. Before the sex trafficking, way before the sex trafficking allegations and whatever.
Yeah.
She was disgusted by him, and he had to drug her to rape her, but she willingly wanted to marry and did have sex with Destiny.
She wanted to marry Destiny?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was much talk. They were talking about it and shit.
Yeah, even he was like, I would say he was mildly entertaining it back with her, but I think that's, he's kind of not kind of, he's obviously a scumbag with the way that he treats women.
Fucking retarded. I'm not even bothered about the boringness. It's more just how dumb she is.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's
Jesus.
You didn't know about this? Yeah.
No, because I'm not involved in the life of a fucking midget.
Well, I mean, I heard about it through,
Let's just cut to the marrow of the matter.
Covered it.
Your Honor, Jewish. Not our fucking problem. Not our fucking tribe. Not our problem. I don't give a shit. I wish both parties a very happy ass cancer.
I don't.
I mean, look, and again, I think Andrew Tate is is a sex trafficker, not a child trafficker. So I just read the word child from Chuck M in chat.
Anything worse than a sex trafficker?
A child.
No.
No. Anyway. Yeah, I mean, Jesus Christ, though. Come on. Like,
1-800, come on now.
If the rumors are to be true, first of all, she slept with, like, everybody on the right.
Okay,
boys, I don't know how accurate that is. I have heard that for years.
I have a very big
years.
request. Can I have a poll, please? Pardon the pun. Can I have what's a rarer breed in the right wing? Racists who are actually white, or people who haven't slept with Lauren Southern.
Oh man, that's neck and neck in terms of rarity.
I would also
either way.
I will also in the former. I will also include racists who have brown girlfriends. Suddenly, you hit the grass and see where the snakes are.
I have fuck off.
My soul is clean, Imperial. Can you say the same?
Yes, I can say I've conquered one.
Oh please.
Shut up, Bill.
Hey,
It's like going to Disneyland and say I've conquered a kingdom. No, motherfucker, you got drunk in the bar. And you passed out like the
no,
rest of
fuck
us.
that.
I was incredibly intoxicated. Some part of me convinced myself that because he was Tommy's friend, again, Tommy Robinson, he wasn't particularly dangerous. It was a very poor decision, but it happened. He kissed me. I wasn't expecting it, and I wasn't looking for it, but I kissed him back briefly and then told him I wanted to go to sleep. Now, again, Tommy says he saw them kissing in the morning the next day. I was extraordinarily tired. He wanted to go further. I said, okay, wait. Even if I believe every other part about the story, your recount is that you went back to his hotel room and slept in
Willingly.
his bed. And
said yes.
willingly went back to his hotel room to take a nap in his bed and then didn't think anything sexual was going to happen. Come
Is that it?
on. Oh,
Was she married at this point? Or was she just kind of pottering around the
no,
place?
she's, again, this was like 8-9 years ago, something like that, from my understanding.
So this man that you've never met before this evening, and is just a friend of a friend you decided to climb into bed with.
Apparently. Right.
God, these people are disgusting whores. It's not even a political thing. It's just like when it's just power in general, these people are just fucking sex pests. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
Have
Yeah,
you
let me
no
look in
shame or
chats.
morals, you disgusting wankers?
Does half white count? One drop rule, more war. One drop rule. Sorry, I need to adjudicate.
Shut
to
up,
people
I
with
have
the
my
actual
reasons.
questions.
You fucking judge me. You pricks.
Feels like you get away with it.
I've caused a lot of havoc this evening. It's been good.
I said no
Hate you,
very
Bill.
clearly multiple times.
Love you too, darling.
He tried to pull it. And he tried to pull his hands off me. He's trying to... I'm narrating what's happening here. He put his arm around my neck and began strangling me unconscious. That sounds like an added little thing based on other women claiming that.
I'd say, isn't that the one thing we know for sure that is that he's not
into
really
the choking stuff, yeah.
He doesn't
That's what
even
all the
seem
other
to
women
like
claim.
sex. I think he just really misses martial arts.
What color's your Bugatti? He yells while he chokes these. God, I tried to fight back. He repeatedly strangled me every time. I regained enough consciousness to pull his arms. I'd prefer not to share the rest. It's pretty obvious. No.
It's pretty. The last sentence is pretty accurate.
Yeah, yeah. This is pretty obvious. I'm sure you will sell many books.
Him missing the martial arts bit was
It's like the mental image of the mental image of that weird gawky looking dumb motherfucker having sex is awful. So my brain is like rerouting it to just be Gamble of Doral from like Alpha, Street Fighter Alpha.
I can
Just
only
an
ever think
endless,
of
just a bunch of grapple combos that happen to involve sex at some point.
I can only think of that one meme drawing of his face where they've got like his eyes going in different directions.
Yeah,
Hang
that's
on,
pretty
just so I
funny
can
meme,
find
though.
Like face, yeah. I think it's does this show up. This one, right. Yeah.
Okay, there's another fucking idea for a poll in the chat. It's like, who'd win in a fight? Oh, Jesus Christ. He looks like Carl Pilkington.
It's the face I see when
What if your
reading
mum
this.
went on batteries? God, he really does look like he was built like... He looks like Gollum a little bit. I know we were watching...
They've emphasized the Gollum.
We were watching...
Make him blue and he would look like
Lord of the
Gollum.
Yeah, unfortunately, Lord of the Rings and Keenanites has kind of not skewed my view on things, but that is straight up just Gollum. Same fucking weird veiny ass head. Like, okay, let's ask the folks at home who'd win in a fight, in an actual like mixed martial arts fight with no holds barred. Would it be Andrew Tate or would it be Van Darkholm? Because I know whose money what money's going towards.
Spoon doesn't know what Van Darkholm is, I'm sure.
Deep dark fantasy. So gonna show Andrew Tate who's the boss of this gym.
Yeah,
So you thought it was bad before that,
gym.
like, oh no, I'm leaving the ring with a concussion. Motherfucker, you'd be lucky if you're leaving the ring not fisted.
You're lucky if you leave the ring with the ring intact.
It's not an octagon no more.
Oh
No.
god.
God, you people are terrible.
Anywho, so somebody wants to sell some books, and look, I hate being that cruel, but or if it comes off as cruel, but I am skeptical of hashtag Me Too shit, and always have been, and so were you at one point, Lauren. You would have taken a big old steaming dump all over an accusation like this a couple of years ago.
Again, if I was violated or someone I cared for was violated, I would not rest until the person was dead who was responsible. Like the idea that these people who are like hobnobbing with politicians in a serious manner are all like living in abject fear of someone who's been living in Romania for God knows how long. Like I would have every crackhead in I don't even know what the capital of Romania is. Is how fucking this is. Like I'd have every crackhead in the city after him. It wouldn't even cost that much. It'd be like 55 quid and like a 12 pack of fucking Winnie Blue cigarettes, and you'd have half the fucking town after him. I'd remind you, this is a neck of the woods where on several occasions the KGB had to be called in during the Soviet occupation because people were causing like terroristic shit in town, and before the KGB got to the perpetrators, the locals had lynched them.
Jesus.
It's also a running issue in all over the South Bloc that the KGB would be after someone to find that the locals had already basically strung them up.
Oof.
Oh, I posted this the other day, and now I can't find it. Was that like
the name was on the tip of my tongue. I can't remember Bucharest.
Wait, I posted it in the one chat not too long ago.
Yeah.
That Poll magazine thing where it's like we're still talking about these people. Lauren Southern's still in the news even after all this time. Hang on, I think I didn't post it too long ago.
You put in the chat, Bill, you want a woman, you can't understand how she thinks. I don't want to know how she thinks. Everything I know about Lauren Southern, I know against my will.
Well, true.
This one in time, that goes for most of us, actually.
Yeah, everyone. No one gives a shit. She's some weird tall Jewess. Some people were trying to get their end away with her a while back, and everyone comes to the conclusion that it's fucking retarded.
I actually like her for an inconsequential reason, actually. It's because last time she opened her mouth and spoke about... She did a video where she said, basically, Western societies produce educated people, and educated people stay married for longer. And she used a college, some other paper.
Which is actually not correct.
Which no, it might be correct, but she didn't actually read the paper that she cited.
Oh, right.
When I read the paper that she cited, the reason is not because intelligence is required to get anywhere in university. It's because the main trait that was desired for success in university is obedience. My good God, I wonder why obedience might be a helpful trait for staying fucking married.
Yeah.
Like that might be the reason why, you dumbass Lauren.
Here we have the 4chan Poll magazine circa 2016, I think. 4chan Poll, the latest in e-celeb news. Also broken ground, apparently. Sex, how to maintain your virginity well into your 30s in order to obtain fearsome wizard powers. Mookie2988, who will pay for his health care? Jordan Peterson, is he red-pilled or Reddit trash? Lauren, trad thought or not? I think it's hard not. And shut it down. Sargon gets questioned about his ethnicity in brackets. You won't believe how he reacts. Oh my God, we're don't forget you're here forever.
I saw I was catching up on Maxwell's videos the other day, and I'm one of those assholes. I pause whenever there's some dumb bullshit on screen that is only there for a flash. And one of the lines is, the rapture happened in 2015. 3 people from Montana were raptured. Everyone else is left behind. And I'm beginning to believe that, to be perfectly honest with you. I think the rapture was like maybe half a football team, if that. And I think now we're trapped in hell. And I think that Harambe catching that bullet was the shot across the bow to let us know you're cooked.
Yeah, exactly. By the way, Flannel McManel. Lauren shows up every couple months to say, I've made horrible decisions with men, it's all their fault, and then leaves again. Yeah, it seems to be her modus operandi.
Doesn't have much else to offer anymore. That would be the reason why.
No. This is Andrew Tate's lawyer's response, by the way, but before we get into that, Eldritch Saga for 5 says the moon, airships, submarines, Antarctica, space stations, underground, underwater, places we can live safely until diversity arrives. Any West City, yeah.
Anyone else, when she was reading those things out, did anyone else's head play a remix of Little Dark Age? Because is it just me?
Oh, base. Arden Party for 2 says, naturally, idiots generate greater equity of race. Oh, I see what you did there. I see what you did there. Very clever. Principled Uncertainty gifted 5 memberships. Hey, thank you so much, man. No text, thank you. Hell yeah. Let's up those numbers. In the words of Ludwig, let's up those numbers. And he says as he's encouraging his alcoholic friend to binge drink.
We can't talk. We were on Knocker's show how many fucking times?
we did.
By the way, I'm very proud of Sargon because recently he came out in a tweet and just said, "Does it maybe just stand to reason that we shouldn't listen to women's opinion on men?" I'm like, fucking absolutely based. Well done. Took you a while to get there, but better late than never. Yeah, because I remember in the Ollie video where Ollie was getting jacked and he made this like, "Oh no, we should actually listen. They're telling the truth," and I'm like, "No, they're all full of shit. You look at what women do, not what they say." And then in this video or this tweet, he just went like, "I think you shouldn't listen to them." I'm like, well done. It's nice.
Sargon is the Sargon is the reincarnation of Cecil Rhodes. Swarthiness included. Jack.
He's not nearly that fucking based.
So this is the response from the attorney. Andrew Tate unequivocally repudiates the pathetic filth peddled by Lauren Southern in her pitiable tone. This is not real life. Interesting she would call it that, right? A washed-up nobody loser memoir, if there ever was one. No evidence supports her claim. The so-called free chat. By the way, this is the other reason why this is some hot bullshit. This is the chapter that was released for free before buying the rest of the book was this one that where she accuses Andrew Tate of raping her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Curious that.
Stunning, says the New York Times.
Brave.
Brave, says the Washington Post. Fucking some marketable plushie, says everyone else.
I mean, again, Lauren Simonson's not giving away anything for free, except for herself, apparently.
I was about to say, I think herself is one of them.
Chapter's release is nothing but an evil marketing ploy, a sensational teaser engineered to propel sales of her book by parasitizing Andrew's fame. I agree.
Yep.
Southern is a faded relic, destitute and desperate, scavenging. This doesn't mean, again, be clear, guys. Spoon and I have had arguments over Andrew Tate because I despise the guy personally. He gives me the ick. I also think he's sex trafficked women. I don't want to go back into it. So this is not me defending Andrew Tate in general, but this is so obviously just a ploy for attention and money.
I think that the fucking lawyer's in on this shit too. I think that Tate got cut a deal as part of this little shindig to promote the fucking book. I think this is to try and get them get Tate into
maybe they all make money off of it. Yeah,
this is some marketing bullshit. Both of them are fucking has-beens.
Probably.
And he has trotted out his fucking lawyer to talk like he's in fucking record of Lodos War.
I was about to say, it's
what is this?
It's written like a promo.
Yeah, like what the fuck is this bullshit written like it's goddamn ass? The only I hate to break it to you doing this fucking anime read.
Sued.
Imagine a wrestling manager reading this.
This is some Paul Heyman shit.
Yes,
it really is.
Whatever, she's getting sued.
I hate to break this to this motherfucker, given this little spiel is like the only thing you got in common with Escaflowne is that everyone in the room has really big noses. Speaking of big noses, Goldberg.
Yes, Whoopi Goldberg, famous Jew. Anyway, Whoopi Goldberg is gonna. This is the end of my woman moments. She is mad at Obama.
Really?
Apparently,
Obama did something right because he pissed off Whoopi.
Apparently, I'm gonna speed this up a little bit.
About what Democrats need to do, and President Obama has one message for Democrats at a private fund.
I don't know. It is low though. Oh. I turned it up. There we go. That's also she's talking a bit quickly, so I'm gonna turn it back down because she gets through it pretty quickly.
Razor in New Jersey over
it's not the whole 8 minutes.
Toughen up, he says. Democrats need to speak out more forcefully against you-know-who. That they should stop looking.
My God, it's you.
He is Voldemort.
Actually, made him Voldemort. God, it's pathetic.
On this channel, we do not pronounce the last T.
Oh right, hey, that's a really good song.
For a messiah, and it's going to require less navel gazing and a little less whining. Now, billionaire Mark Cuban also took aim at political messaging.
Is it just me, or is she looking more and more like a turtle?
Well, a lot of people when they get older become more turtle-like in appearance, but yeah, Whoopi is getting progressively more tortoise-ish. Tortoise.
She looks like Mitch McConnell in blackface.
Little
gone
bit,
a little
actually.
bit.
Also,
Who else?
Mark, someone needs to tell you something. When you read something off a teleprompter, you look fucking unhinged, and it's clear you're gonna read something. I can even tell before, because normal people when they talk off the cuff, they talk to the camera. They actually look at the camera. When you
Well, unless
stare
you're
off
reading a
into
script.
space, yeah, then you come off like fucking Keith Olbermann during the coof.
If I go on camera more, I'm looking at getting a teleprompter so I can actually do it, because I obviously have to read a script. It's not like I can just go off the cuff either. It has to be a pretty precise script.
You
'cause
are
it's, like, technical
quickly
details.
You are quickly reaching the stage where your little like office nook you have, the airflow is so poor in there that you are at risk of gassing yourself if you have many more screens.
Well, yeah, it's not actually well.
It's cozy.
The way that I'm in like a little nook, but you can get these teleprompters where they just reflect your phone screen, so you can use that for it. Anywho,
That's your
point.
look.
It's
I
just
need at least
Trump
2
sucks.
meters for just my fucking screens to fade.
yeah, yeah, you've got huge screens. Anyway,
Yeah.
That's the underlying, thought of everything the Democrats do. Trump sucks. Trump says, the sky is blue. Trump sucks.
yeah, it's true.
You can't. That's not the way to win. It's just not, because it's not about Trump. It's about the people of the United States of America and what's good for them.
Okay,
And
I
how
mean, this
do
is
you get
true.
to a place where
Okay,
they're
hold
in
on.
a better
I take it back.
Miss
He isn't reading. He just looked like it.
Yeah,
And the speech, like,
But
he's
it-
correct. I'll give him that.
This is true.
He looks like he's wearing one of Styx's shirts.
Maybe he is.
position.
I just think it was a perfect circle. to it.
Maybe he's a clanker. Perfect circle, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So
Not happy.
let me remind
Whoopi is not happy.
who
She's
we
actually
are
moving around and
who
shit.
is Marching.
I know. Oh my god. She's
So,
gonna.
so let me get this straight. He actually he
She's
just
furious
said,
at that.
He just said,
Something
don't
reasonable.
pay attention to Trump. Pay attention to what the policies and the people want, not just
Yeah.
bash Trump.
Don't just scream about Trump all the time.
And we'll call it
Okay,
personality, just
okay,
sheer
now-
brass tacks, bread and
And
butter
she's
politics.
incensed.
Now, can I just point out, this is going to sound really weird, but I'm actually going to defend her. Right? The reason I
Okay.
say this, from a
Testudo.
purely optics perspective, okay? Democrats do not get moved by policy. Like, we know this. The
Yeah.
reason we know this is
Yeah.
because once the Democrats get into office, they just do whatever the fucking hell they want, regardless of whatever the hell they sold. So
Sure.
it's not about
So do Republicans, to be
what-
fair.
Yeah, like what animates Democrats? It's not fucking policy. It's just insane clown world bullshit. So in the sense of what is going to get people to the polls, she is correct in that this doesn't work, because that's true.
Yeah, probably.
When we had the giant marches that went on, it was the people. The people went out. They were not.
And did what?
Yeah, no.
It
In
was
NGO
older
people,
people who were saying,
when that's
"Why are
fucking
you
that's
touching-"
bought and paid for protesters.
Yeah,
and
NGO people went out, and a couple of idiots went out and burned shit down and stole
Yeah.
stuff because they were opportunists. That's what happens. You get some NGO type people to go incite a bunch of fucking riots, then you get retards to hop on the train, specifically and particularly when it concerns looting, which it always fucking does.
Yeah.
And it ramps up in people's aggravation. These are planned riots. They've been happening every summer since the 1960s.
Yeah.
My social
God, I wish you could put
security.
retards on
It was
trains.
not people
Our entire lives, this has been going on in American cities every summer.
Yeah. Also, bitch, you have never once in your entire life taken a look at your social security. Shut the fuck up.
Real.
I don't believe that for
You've
a
been famous.
goddamn second.
You have been famous.
She
your
could live
whole
comfortably on the Sister Act royalties alone.
Yes.
Yeah.
whining. It was about people saying, why are you taking these rights from my child when my child was born here? This has not been about Democrats laying back. This has been about y'all. This has been about y'all because
What the 10 how 10
In other words,
clapping is.
the whole point, though, is that Obama's message as well was stop being so overly emotional. And Spoon, you are correct, I guess, that she is correct in that no, what actually gets them to go do anything is clearly emotional appeals. The emotional
Yeah.
appeals are more motivating for everybody, to be fair. But it is just also very funny that, like, no, fuck you, Obama. I want to be irrational and emotional.
I
That's
call
our
it the
strength.
animation principle.
Goodbye, rationality. Goodbye.
Well, I mean, it is a
Goodbye,
show
Rex,
full of
you
women,
can't have
so
both. Exactly.
Can't have both.
You can't have both. All right. MAGA, is getting, or should I? Let's get into it. The Epstein stuff. MAGA, I think, is being put away. The populist energy behind Trump is actually
basically dead.
But it did have some. It had oomph behind it. It did have some power.
It didn't even last 5 months.
It does seem a bit early
And
to
look
transfer
at
over
how
the Vance train,
easily, look how easily political energy can be created
Dissipates, yeah.
and fucking dispersed. Yep.
Mainly
So,
because of Trump's
metadata-
own fucking mouth.
What Trump? I really think he's trying to handle an impossible situation.
Yeah, but he has
yeah.
a tendency of putting his foot in his mouth.
Sure
Like,
does.
I said this in
But
my
then
own
again,
video,
like,
remember when he
what's
said
he
about
supposed to do
Ukraine?
here, you know?
Yeah, but look at the Ukraine and Russia. He said, "Oh, if I get in power, I will solve that thing in 3 days." Like, bitch, it's been longer than 3 days, and they're still fucking fighting. As a matter of fact, you just greenlit more fucking money to Ukraine. So clearly,
yes,
you're not powerful.
we're sending them more missiles. Yes.
Yeah, which should tell you something. Either Trump is sort of hamstrung by something, or, and this is maybe more likely, the executive doesn't fucking matter at all.
Yeah.
Listen to all it's called political theatre for a reason. It's all just dumb bullshit pageantry.
Yes.
Chances, as I've said before, chances are Epstein's still alive and has been pensioned off by Mossad, because it doesn't look good when like the cream of the crop of Mossad's intelligentsia is being treated to retirement via rope, as opposed to pensioning him off to some little isle somewhere in like Fiji or some bullshit to live out the rest of his days as fucking I don't know,
a new face.
What? Juarez Epstein or some bullshit. I don't know. Fucking
More worse, as Scrump is always right. Yeah, go buy book. Actually, I think they might be sold out. Actually, I think it's still in the description, but buy book. But if it's not already sold out, but yes, very often a lot of this they called. Let's see. Metadata from the raw Jeffrey Epstein prison video was likely modified according to a new report from Wired. The outlet says they analyzed.
This shit could have been filmed fucking anywhere. Like, why even bother? I feel like they're trying to hang us up on this
set next to where they filmed the moon landing.
On the moon?
Right?
On location.
We did eventually get there, but the moon landing film was faked. Yes.
Oh yeah.
That's
Kubrick
known
wanted us to
filmed
film
on a
on location.
soundstage. Yeah. Right. That's.
Shout out to my boy Cult of Learning.
Insane.
Go watch his shit on the moon landing shit.
If that is insane to you, like the fact that they going to the moon was a propagandistic thing. We did eventually obviously go to space. We have sent space shuttles up, obviously.
Nukes were not real until well after the Hiroshima and Nagasaki bombings, which were probably slightly heavy-duty thermobarics.
But they are real now. So like,
their son worked at the Kings.
A lot of this, you have to understand that so much shit is fucking political theater.
Well, you remember, like,
sometimes.
The majority of information we have about military technology is complete bullshit. Like half the there's like the missiles that the U.S. military uses are listed as like going like Mark 7, but anyone who's like a specialist in the field refers to it as public.
Well, if you want to know how fucked up that shit is, again, speaking of Scrum, he and Evelyn just did a stream like 2 weeks ago on how fucked the U.S. military is in terms of the capacity of the aircraft carriers. And the claims that they can refuel on the go, they can't do that. It's
the idea that the carrier fleet is essentially a glorified floating doorstop that actually does nothing except transport troops.
Yeah, these are not the mobile, ready at any place on Earth at any second.
It's no longer an island with
system
an
that we have been led to believe that it is, because they can't refuel.
They're glorified ice cream.
They have to come back to the U.S. to do that. They can't. All this stuff that they have claimed that the aircraft carriers can do, apparently they can't.
I've seen everything from actual like people who are in the know. For everything from like most of what we have is obsolete and non-functional. I've seen like most of what we have, we no longer have the requisite information to upkeep some of them, like the nuke fleet, and perhaps the most perhaps the scariest of all is the one which is everything we know about the military is bullshit, and it's way more advanced than that. We've had like anti-grav tech since the 60s, and that's
Alphabet Cat. I'm also not sure if we've ever actually been to the moon. We've definitely been to space. That we're sure about, obviously, but like, I'm not sure about
the radiation belt. Is looking a bit thinning, and certainly not with the fucking tinfoil lander we
but the whole idea of there's no real point to land on the moon, not really. And besides pure scientific interest, there's points to go to space to launch satellites, military purposes. Who was the person who said they were gonna that the moon was a potential weapon? Oh, that was
Brianna Wu.
Brianna Wu.
Brianna Wu.
Right. Brianna Wu. Brianna Wu himself, John Walker Flint. he said.
Okay, we should probably explain this, Jack.
Was it the moon? Was
Doing
a
the V
military
voice for Brianna.
was a dangerous military asset because
throw rocks
Trump,
from it.
because Trump was gonna break down the moon or something, or throw rocks from
Just
the
throw
moon
a
at
rock
Earth.
thrown from the moon hits like 1,000 nuclear bombs.
It would hit like 1,000 nuclear bombs while running for Congress, or no, was it Congress? Like local politics, I think.
Yeah, it's back,
Still, oh my
back when
god,
you're still running around after the local gigs. Like,
very funny.
What the fuck? Okay, I just gotta ask, what the fuck is going on in the world? Everything's in a fucking shambles. Trump won a second term, and everything went tits up. This is embarrassing.
Again, this was all planned. Remember, like that was it. There was no way Kamala was not designed to win. Trump was cycled in.
Yeah.
How are you enjoying your democracy?
At a certain point, isn't it just time to just call it quits and just say, fuck this, I'm not going to be, like, to be put in, like, a no-win scenario. They're expecting us to roll over like Pavlov's dog and fucking just take it.
That's not Pavlov's dog. That's
Pavlov?
Learned helplessness.
Oh, that was the monkey experiment?
No, that's learned helplessness, which is...
I don't read studies, folks.
Memphis.
I've got fucking role-playing game books I need to read to make sure they're not broken.
Oh, that's Seligman. Seligman, right, is learned helplessness experiment, where they put the dogs on treadmills and it would shock them
a bunch
with,
of evil Jewish
electricity.
motherfuckers in the field of psychology are at it again. But
Shocking
as
animals,
it may, like they're just hitting us around the face until we roll over and just take it. And at a certain point, isn't it just time to say,
Get distracted with next thing.
I'm not going to be manipulated anymore? And your options are check out entirely or escalate immediately to accelerationism.
Get involved and do local stuff with local people.
Yeah, and do everything you can to make sure your federal governments have no clout locally whatsoever.
Yeah, try to the best of your ability, try to
do your best to
get active locally. That's the
vault.
only thing you can do. National level politics is a fucking waste. It's interesting. It's a never-ending show, but it is a show.
The Hydra can't regrow its head if it's not cut off entirely. It's just internally severed.
Yeah.
Dislocate the fucking spine so it can't grow a new head.
What we and everybody else, to greater or lesser degrees, is just is doing exactly what people over like Geeks and Gamers Friday Night Tights do. We're just reviewing the latest episode of what happened in news this week because it's all also fake and gay.
Endless slop, lovely slop.
My trough runneth over.
Let's face it, the slop chalice here is so fucking. It runs like an ocean. My fucking
God.
I'm gonna just throw this down to you two because I don't consider myself a monarchist, but I know both of you do. You probably consider me a monarchist by extension. But is it not the idea of Yarvinist monarchic views to essentially do what I just suggested, like internalized balkanization of a country, but on a national scale, it's handled by the CEO?
I'm not sure how
Sort of,
cookers
yes.
would
Like the internal power structures are all severed from one another, so that each region is semi-autonomously, but wider.
I'm not sure.
National matters are handled by the monarch.
I'd have to ask him.
That's actually quite curious. Remember that clip that we have of Yarn where he goes, yeah, basically.
Oh yeah, 1 second. Let me pull it up.
Yeah, but that idea that Bill just described is basically what caused Yarvin to make that noise.
Yeah. It was here it is. Let's see. Gotta log in. This. Here it is. Did it play?
No.
Oh, it didn't. Oh, it's because I have it up on the other thing. Whoopsie. Hang on. Oh, it's in. Oh, this is it. It's because I have
We need elevator
two
music
different browsers open.
Folks at home, go out into the world and get yourself a barony of some kind.
Well, hang on.
Get some clout.
Oh, I can't open
Run
it because
those
I'm not
hoes out.
streaming. I can't play it because it's not. I should just put it on the Discord. Oh well, I'll do that later. Yeah, womp womp. Sorry, no, Yarvin. Yeah, but there you go. There's my
That is a
impression.
funny clip, though.
It is very funny. Anywho, my bad. I'll have it fixed up later. It's because I'm back to using Chrome because Brave gets too annoyed with streaming. Anywho, okay. The outlet says they analyzed 10 hours of prison video with independent video forensics experts who concluded that the raw footage was modified. So the first story we heard was, well, it's only like they have to reset so what Pam Bondi said last week. They reset the tape resets at this time every day, and it just so happened to coincide. They knew it. And then it was, so that just always goes off at this time, or they always have these kinds of problems. It's a known issue or something. And now it's, no, the footage has been modified. The outlet emphasized that at the moment there's no evidence the footage was deceptively manipulated in any way, but it says it was modified to some extent. Rather than being a direct export from the prison surveillance system, the footage was modified, likely using professional editing tool Adobe Premiere Pro, Wired found. The file appears to have been assembled.
In no way does that sound like a shady promotion of the fucking Adobe at all.
Yeah, right. That's like Destiny's ad for NordVPN last week.
Fucking ad read,
I do remember someone posting a video. It's like the social media manager of Adobe logging into Twitter today, just going from a smile Chris Farley to a very unhappy Chris Farley.
Well, I use Premiere Pro, so like... The file appears to have been assembled from at least 2 source clips, saved multiple times, exported, then uploaded to the DOJ's website, where it was presented as raw footage. Experts caution that it's unclear exactly what was changed, and that the metadata does not prove deceptive manipulation. But it was deceptively manipulated. Of course, everyone has been putting Darth Vader and different characters on this.
Doesn't this, and I've seen a lot of versions of the Jews, but doesn't this layout seem a bit fucky for a prison? It looks like Drake and Josh's bedroom.
It does.
Like,
it is very
everything
strange.
about this just smacks of pageantry. I do not believe that this is actual footage from the location where Epstein was held. To be honest with you, I don't think Epstein was even held. I think he was just shoveled off into some retirement wherever dead Mossad agents go.
Yeah.
So paraphrase Tom Lannister.
Yeah. Well, yes.
Or dead's in inverted commas.
At first they said it was a minute or like a cut, and now it's 2 minutes and 53 seconds. From one of 2 stitched together clips. The cut starts right after the missing minute, which is what they originally said. It's a missing minute. That's just because it happens every day. It's because they're using technology from 1993, which we're come up with. Can you at least try to come up with like a believable lie?
It's a supermax prison that routinely holds the highest profile prisoners in the country. One would hope it's up to code.
No, we're using computers from 1996, and they have to reset and calculate pi every night at this particular moment.
So it's computers that can't run modern operating systems, so it's immediately not working with the majority of the wider federal setups. It could be hacked with a fucking toaster. And more importantly, it's up to 3 minutes now. How about this? How about we could have just taken the feed from any given day in that room that might not even be a functional prison, could just be a fucking muck-up. This could just be complete bullshit. And we're getting hung up on the small details of 3 fucking minutes of footage. At that point, if they're willing to lie to you about the small shit, they're willing to lie to you.
Who knows what's all been edited in it now, right?
Then this is the second that anything shows any modification, okay, just throw this out entirely.
It's the fucking audacity of these motherfuckers that they keep putting this stuff out, and then it's nothing, or that it's edited, or it's been, entirely redacted, like with the original. It's like, why? Just stop. Stop. Every time you do this, you are making it worse.
That to me was just bizarre when it came to the. Doesn't remember the absolute cringe fest with the fucking binder issues? Like, oh look, here
that's what I'm bringing up, and then they open them up, and the entire fucking thing's redacted.
Yes, no, but
they made a big show out of it.
Why would you make a show out of giving people a booklet of child pornography?
I will tell you why I think all of this is. I think it is because they really did not have to focus on this Epstein shit as much as they did. This is to take the wind out of the sails of MAGA. This is to diffuse the energy. This is to quell the populist revolt. Because it's not that people were totally hopeless. It's that they have to keep the people
placated,
quelled. And if you just no more MAGA, Trump is protecting pedophiles, all of a sudden, all the energy, all of the animus, gone. By the way, so is woke. So now we can go move on to the next shit.
Time for a new paradigm, folks. Reset the clock.
Paradigm shift. You're in one.
We're just gonna kill him.
Kill him.
I'm not joking.
Forms human swastika.
That's how I live every day. That's why I can't run very
Don't you
fast.
feel a little stupid? Don't you feel a little silly? Oh, it's so frustrating.
No, we're not doing that. You're getting called a slur.
Oh my god. Okay,
we've moved on from stealing Kino Casino's bit to stealing Sam Hyde's entire speeches.
Right. Nearly 3 minutes of footage was cut. The FBI hasn't. Whatever. They're just making this fucking worse. You know. So this is again just more in the Wired report. We kind of already went over it, and now you get into the responses to their mounting lies that again they should just drop because this is retarded. So Representative Burchett says that the files have been destroyed. Because there's all kind of conflicting shit now. They can't get their stories straight. So this was from July the 10th. Rep. Tim Burchett, Republican from Tennessee, believes the Epstein files no longer exist and could have been destroyed by someone. He went so far as to accuse the Biden administration of destroying the files. Well, you're not going to be the only one, Tim. That's going to be
how did they
another immediate
destroy
pivot.
Recently?
Somehow they broke back in the middle of the night and they destroyed the files.
Why
he
is
didn't
it?
kill himself.
You're going to release it and then tell nothing, and then all of a sudden it's been
He did
destroyed
kill
as blame the
himself.
previous guy.
Right.
Why is it that-
doesn't sound shady at all?
You can get thrown in Gitmo or thrown in prison indefinitely without trial for walking around like during Jan 6th, but people who are embroiled in the biggest network of paedophilia on the planet, and from what we can tell, judging by the North Fox incidences being rushed under the rug in the 70s, this has been going on for decades upon decades, better part half a century. Actually, over half a century, if the North Fox incidences are involved in this. I feel like if anything was going to get you thrown in Gitmo and being tortured, being dunked in buckets of piss and having your nuts shocked with a car battery for the rest of time, it should probably be something like this, you know, when the people would deserve it. As opposed to, well, you're brown enough that you might know something, let's get some words out of you.
Well, here's, of course, the obvious issue that comes with what Tim is saying here. It directly contradicts what Bondi was saying the whole time. She's got the files, they're on her desk. They're ready to go, but they already had them before that. They just hadn't been fully processed. They had to get rid of all that disgusting CP that for some reason they were considering giving to the influencers. Instead, they just gave them binders full of
to be fair, they are
of pages of
influencers.
redacted information.
They're
But they made a
influencers. This is nothing
spectacle
new
of
to you folks.
True, but they made a spectacle out of it. But they have the information. Trust us, we have it. But now they don't have it because the Biden administration went in, or somehow went in after they announced that they had it and they were going to release it, and went in and deleted it. Try to make any of this make fucking sense. It doesn't.
Sounds like cope.
Yeah. I think the files existed at one time, Burchett said. I think they were destroyed in the previous administration. I don't think they had anything on Trump. Okay, dude, then why did they say they had these files and were going to release them recently?
That's the only part so far that
dumb.
seems remotely plausible.
That they never had them, but then why do this stuff?
No. They didn't have one on Trump. That's why they didn't say anything.
Yeah, that's the only part.
Everybody else.
Yeah.
Yes, that makes at least somewhat plausible sense.
That's
I
the
still don't
only
believe
part
it. I think
I
it's
could buy.
bollocks. Yes, but as far as what can I buy, that's the only one.
The potential fallout must be pretty bad if the alternative is looking like a paedophile in front of the entire country.
Right.
So I have to. We have to assume that what he was threatened with is nothing short of the balkanization of the US on a political level, at the very least, and would have required like mass arrests all over the country and abroad, and probably have
a scale of corruption
political ramification.
Yes,
political ramifications that would legitimately like potentially spark wars.
Exactly, psyop psycher. Even if he's not on the list, he is still covering for them. And it's as we talked about in the beginning. It's because it would be absolute fucking chaos because it has to be that many people, and that this is Trump desperately trying to figure out. Because I think he did want to release them, and then I think he was told, "You can't. Essentially, you cannot. It will destroy the country. You can't do that."
We are literally...
And now he's trying to figure out how to play this because there is no correct way to play it after what you've already done.
Considering how much media has the trope powered by a forsaken child, do you think maybe we were being primed that the end justifies the means?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Say there's a miscommunication and a story. Zizzer, they're way past saying, no, we've miscommunicated. Spoon and I can do that.
If your nation...
We're retards on the internet, but I think
if your nation
Trump and the US
exists...
government
we fucked up.
See...
if your nation requires the mass victimization of children to exist, looking at you like, all of the Philistine religions, and they're probably still
If you want to
worshiping
see
people.
the fate of democracies, look out the window.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Like, if your country requires this, it doesn't deserve to exist.
Exactly.
If your code if the code brought us here, it
deserves to be shot out the window.
Now, then Mari the Fool for 5 says, do you think there is a level of insult where the American people will revolt in a meaningful way?
No.
No. Are the files just blackmail in Trump's favor? No. They destroy the Republicans, too, is my guess. As best as I can figure, and it appears to have already worked, if this is the strategy Trump has chosen to go in, and I think that is possible, is to get the Democrats to take this up as their crusade, and then because the only thing basically that he has left that he can possibly do is try to drag the Dems down with him into the mud over this to also cover them in shit, right? Neither side can reasonably release these files because it implicates everybody. So I think what he's going to do is he's going to call their bluff. All right, you go release the files, essentially. He'll wave and drive off in the sunset at the end of his term and say, you guys deal with it now. Presumably, get them started on it as soon as possible, which apparently they are claiming they want to do. I'll get to that here in just a second.
It seems to be a long-term goal of eroding public perception of the government at large. Like, he's priming everything to go tits up and for things to be chucked out. But he's not willing to deal with the situation. And really, from what we've seen, the country's kind of in a freefall in the minute. In terms of all the GOP and the Democrats are fucking panicking because they know that shit might come home to roost for a change.
Yeah.
Just fucking rip the fucking Band-Aid off. Let the fucking bastard machine bleed out.
I mean, I wish, but it's just not politically feasible. And that does mean...
All we need is one desperado in the crowd. One person in the pack who's willing to just go, fuck it.
I know. It probably would be more than that, though. And it would need to be Trump, and he won't do that. I think... if you want to say the one positive thing about this is that I think the reason why Trump is doing it is more because he doesn't want the U.S. to collapse more than it is because he's implicated. And that is, I have no factual basis for that read. That's my hope, because that's the only positive way to look at this, is that Trump is doing this because he doesn't want America to collapse, and not because he himself is particularly more exposed in it than anybody else or something like that. But this is bizarre shit. I would say the files are made up by Comey. So again, this is moving all of the blame to the Dems, which looks pathetic. It looks weak. It looks childish.
Mr. President, your daughter-in-law said that there should be transparency in the Epstein case. Do you agree with her, sir?
The Attorney General's handled that very well. She's really done a very good job, and I think that when you look at it, you'll understand that. I would like to see that also, but I think the Attorney General, the credibility is very important, and you want credible evidence for something like that, and I think the Attorney General's handled it very well.
How many more states? The Attorney General briefed you on the DOJ and FBI review, the findings of that review. The Attorney General briefed you on that.
What? On the
DOJ and FBI
On what?
review.
On what subject?
Epstein. Okay. On Epstein, of the review of the files. Attorney General Pam Bondi.
A very quick briefing.
Did she tell you, what did she tell you about the review? And specifically, did she tell you at all that your name appeared in the file?
No, she's given us just a very quick briefing, and in terms of the credibility of the different things that they've seen. And I would say that, these files were made up by Comey. They were made up by Obama. They were made up by the Biden,
what?
We went through years of...
So the files, do they exist or not? I don't know. They exist in a quantum state, apparently. And if they do exist, they were made up by Obama and James Comey. This is... You have lost the plot. And they really, I think, don't know how to play this. And it looks pathetic. Hello, Scrump, by the way. And also, Alex Berry, I don't know anything about Uma Musume. But other than that, it's a horse girl game. But yeah.
There's something Voss to play.
Oh.
Did you base on what you just said?
I don't know anything about it, other than it's horse girls.
Of that, with the Russia hoax, with all of
This
the
keeps going back to
things
that.
we had to go through. We've gone through years of it, but she's handled it very well.
Okay. Again, pick a fucking lane. Do they exist or not? Yeah, Schrodinger's files. This is pathetic. Like, Trump knows how to do the WWE shtick. This is awful.
Yeah,
Trump says he doesn't understand the fascination behind Epstein.
Mr. President, I know you've urged people to move on, but I'm curious, why do you think your supporters in particular have been so interested in the Epstein story and so upset about how it's been handled? Why do you think that is?
Why are people interested? Why are they fascinated? Because you had a bunch of influencers come out and dance around with the damn things and draw people's attention back to it. God, again, poor performance.
Why they would be so interested? He's dead for a long time.
No, he's
he
not.
was never a big factor in terms of.
Sorry, Spoon. Did you say something?
No, I don't believe he is dead, actually.
I wouldn't be surprised if he's not, no.
Life. I don't understand what the interest or what the fascination is. I really don't.
Because it was an elite pedophile ring, which would have we are led to believe, have good reasons to believe, includes the names of a bunch of top people, hence why you can't release it. Yeah, that's why people care. People hate pedophiles. Particularly ones that don't get punished.
And the credible information's been given. Don't forget, we went through years of the Mueller witch hunt and all of the different things, the Steele dossier, which was all.
Good point, Killdozer. JFK's been dead longer. Yeah, we can bring that back up now. Right. Why do you still care about this stuff? This is the worst. Of all of his weird excuses and stuff he's come up with for this, you still care? It's been like 5 minutes, bro. That is by far the worst of the options. Because I don't know. We'll get to when he just says, if you don't like what I'm doing, you're not a real Trump fan. Like he's some kind of fucking influencer, which he basically is. It's just, this is, say goodbye to MAGA. All that energy is.
No. So what the fuck just happened?
It's pretty boring stuff. It's sorted, but it's boring.
Uh-huh.
I don't understand why it keeps going.
How can something be sordid and boring? I don't know about that.
I think really only pretty bad people, including fake news, want to keep something like that going. But credible information, let them give it. Anything that's credible, I would say let them have it.
Okay. Bro. So, it's really boring. Stop talking about it. Really stop talking about it. Stop talking about it. This is from today where he's particularly fucking pissed off. So this was this morning. The radical left Democrats have hit pay dirt again, just like with the fake and fully discredited Steele dossier, the Line 51 intelligence agents, and laptop from hell, which the dumbest word came from Russia. No, it came from Hunter Biden's bathroom, and even the Russia scam itself, a totally fake and made-up story used in order to hide crooked Hillary Clinton's big loss in the 2016 presidential election. These scams and hoaxes are all the Democrats are good at. It's all they have. Man, you don't seem fucking particularly good at anything right now. It's all they have. They're no good at governing. But again, this is consistent. They are trying to get the Democrats to take this up, get the Democrats to go handle this steaming pile of nuclear waste that no one is going to ever release. You're never going to see anything more about these files ever. Clearly. No good at policy, no good at picking winning candidates. Also, unlike Republicans, they stick together like glue. Their new scam is what we will forever call the Jeffrey Epstein hoax. So now it's a hoax. What part of it is a hoax? Apparently, according to what he said yesterday and today then, that everything was made up. They never had any files. Like, you can't gaslight people this quickly. You're going faster than you can gaslight people very expediently. We will forget much about the COVID pandemic, and that's a good thing.
Yeah,
but neuropsychologists
this is
telling
much.
you that this is too excessive. You can't. You
Sam Harris?
That was on the COVID thing. On the COVID thing, there was an article I'm often reminded of, and now I can't forget it because it's called "You Will Forget Much of the Pandemic," and that's a good thing. And that was about how you can form essentially like gaps in your memory as a sort of psychological protection. It's essentially what
Especially if
PTSD
you
is.
get drunk.
Well, yeah, that'll help. Well, helps maybe not the right word. That'll do something.
Aid.
It'll do something. Maybe AIDS, emphasis on the AIDS. Let's see. And my past supporters have bought into this bullshit hook, line, and sinker. They haven't learned their lesson and probably never will, even after being conned by the lunatic left for 8 long years. I've had more success in 6 months than perhaps any president in our country's history. All these people want to talk about with
Trump didn't write
strong
this.
prodding by the fake news. It doesn't sound like him. First of all, it's not all in caps.
That's what I was about to say. It's not all in caps, therefore it's not Trump. Trump only talks in caps. Trump is powered by a black woman whenever he writes his tweets.
Yes.
When it's
truths,
lowercase,
whenever he truths.
Yeah, when it's lowercase and there's proper capitals, that's not Trump.
Yeah. Well, I don't think they have any idea how to spin this, except for to try and get the Democrats to take it up. We'll see if they're dumb enough to take that bait. Probably, to be fair, unless this is... I don't know. There will be probably a couple of them that are dumb enough to take this up and make it into their own cross, which they'll inevitably be nailed to. I have more than 6 months. All these people want strong prodding about the fake news, and the success-starved Dems is the Jeffrey Epstein hoax. Let these weaklings continue forward to do the Democrats' work. Weaklings! He's talking about his supporters here. Weaklings continue forward and do the Democrats' work. Don't even think about talking of our incredible and unprecedented success because I don't want their support anymore. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Make America great again. Make America great again. Okay, cool. Bye. Bye, Felicia. Fuck off.
So basically, he just wants undying
he's
support.
Being sunsetted. No, this is goodbye manga. That populist shit, that's over. Yeah. All just a big hoax, yep. But wait, now he wants the documents released. So that was this morning. Oh, wait, this was yesterday. This was today as well. Yeah. Okay, so now he has ordered... This is on the same day. This is why it's getting so confusing, because it's like constant opposite messaging. So now he's ordered for the Justice Department to release the Epstein files. Oh no, that was the clip we just watched. So he did actually say that earlier. So which one is it? You've got no files. The files are a hoax. Release the files. What? I just got my stuff in reverse order. So Ghislane Maxwell. What? You want me to pay for this? No. Oh, okay, cool. I would have just gone and got behind the paywall either way. So, apparently Ghislane Maxwell, this isn't the old article. This isn't the one, I've copied the wrong article somehow. Whatever. She says she wants to testify on this because essentially, let's take Trump's word for this. Yeah, I know. I don't have the right article. I'm just telling you what she has said, that she wants to testify about it. And understand, if Trump's gonna go with all of this was fake, it was fake bullshit made up by the Democrats, the files weren't real, then Ghislane Maxwell is in prison on lies. Oh, Ghislane. Yeah, I always forget because it's spelled with a G, and yes, Ghislane.
Name.
If the files are fake, then she has been wrongfully prosecuted, right? So I guess she should testify then, right? Because apparently she's innocent. That's the implication here, correct?
Here you go. You can pull up this one.
Oh, you got
Come
the
back,
thing on
folks. What did I miss?
Wait a minute. Oh
no! Did they hear my real voice?
When you were talking about, oh, sorry, there was something about Italians that came up earlier, and I was going to play that video of the guy in his swamp that was very based, but I was looking at the wrong chat. Hang on, here we go. It must have been that I clicked the link to a referenced article or something. Here we go. Maxwell offers to testify before Congress on Epstein sex trafficking scheme. So, has signaled that she would be willing to testify before Congress regarding the part she played in facilitating the trafficking of underage girls. Yeah, that's the whole headline. Like I said, thank you for getting the article anyway, though, since I somehow lost it. But yeah, I'm sure you would, because essentially, sounds like you're innocent. At the same time, there's a lot of finger pointing in other directions. no, go look over here. So, for example, the FBI has opened a grand conspiracy probe on weaponization, opening door to special prosecutor in concerns to the Clinton era email stuff. FBI has quietly launched an investigation. It sure is. Into a decade of Democrat Party and deep state antics from Russia collusion to Jack Smith, opening the door for the appointment of a special prosecutor to examine whether the well-documented episodes amount to a criminal conspiracy to meddle in 3 U.S. elections to the benefit of the Democrats and the detriment of Donald Trump, just the news has learned.
This is basically, you want Epstein? Okay, well, the best we can do is we'll go after Hillary.
Exactly. Thank you.
It.
It's so obvious.
Same difference.
So obvious, though. I can't give you Epstein. I can't give you the people on the Epstein list. Let's go after Hillary. Look over here. Look over here. Get distracted.
I wouldn't mind
There's
that,
a question. There's a question.
Yeah, true,
is this not? Was this not?
Perhaps
we got it back to front. Maybe what this was here. Epstein. Look at Epstein. He's a really big wheeler and dealer, even though he's fucking dead as shit. Look at how important it would be if make sure the Epstein probe doesn't go ahead. By the way, Hillary. We could do Hillary right there, right?
They announced this now, though. And they say it's been going on for years, but this just seems like to me it screams that this is, well, yeah, we can't give you Epstein, but we can give you a crumb on Hillary, potentially. Maybe. We'll see.
But if we know for a fact she sold yellow cake uranium to the Russians during Obama's tenure. If you can't do her on treason for that, what the fuck can you get someone on treason for?
Yeah.
Selling yellow cake uranium, like weapons grade uranium, to the closest thing to a peer that America has as a military as opposition.
Yeah.
And what we're currently embroiled in a fucking Cold War with.
Yes.
So but no, guys, this time it'll work. You gotta trust me.
Right?
Trust me.
This is
we
another.
can go to Fiji. I just need more money.
Here's some more finger pointing. No, look over here.
German neither.
He's Trump's trying to direct attention towards
Red Dead Redemption 2 reference for those of you who don't.
So I've not played. Go play Gun instead. It's a better game.
Based. He's pointing his finger at Shifty Adam Schiff, was a scam artist. And now I learned that Fannie Mae's Financial Crimes Division have concluded that Adam Schiff was engaged in a sustained pattern of possible mortgage fraud. Adam Schiff said his primary residence was in Maryland. Look at this shit he is fucking truthing about. All of this Epstein shit's going on.
About any of this, Trump.
Adam Schiff said his primary residence was in Maryland to get a cheaper mortgage and rip off America when he must live in California because he was a congressman from California. I always knew Adam Schiff was a crook. The fraud began with the refinance of his Maryland property. Dude, shut up. Stop yapping, bro.
No one cares.
You've already set the tone as being way higher stakes than this, and now you're trying. It's like
Adam Schiff
guys,
says from California.
If I show up to an event with the promise that we're going to be like, I don't know, what would be an interest to me? Lynching politicians or playing D&D, one of the two. And I show up.
What an evening.
And the best thing they can do is, we can play Shadow on 5th edition and we'll slap about a local politician. I'm just going to look at you like you just shat my cornflakes. I'm sorry.
No, it's not even Shadowrun. It's like, we can play... I don't know. What's the most obnoxious board game to play? You go up to show up.
If I rock up and you're first of all,
we're playing what Shoots and Ladders, you know.
If I rock up and we keep fucking second edition out of this, it's completely peerless and completely perfect game.
That's why. I'm saying you expect to show up to play 2E.
If I rock up and I'm saying, oh, good, we get to play second edition, and we're playing
2E.
Second edition Pathfinder, it's like, oh no. If I rock up to an event saying
we're just gonna get mad at each other and never finish it.
If it was Monopoly, I'd be ecstatic. It's actually a game I'm actually semi good at. Same with Scrabble.
Really?
How about this?
I'm shit hot at Scrabble, and there's a fucking stream for us. We'll play Monopoly together, and we'll try and kill each other.
How about I'll try and do an early one. How about you were told you can do D&D with V, and then Rag shows up instead.
Oh,
I've been down this road before, funnily enough.
Well, yeah.
I've DM'd for Rags. He's fucking abysmal.
He did not make the audience very happy.
God. Spoon, I'm gonna have to. I'll have. Okay, folks. Womack, I know you can watch these. I know you pretty much have this on standby. Can you pull up the Jeff the Unicorn incident?
Oh, yeah,
Spoon?
we should play that for Spoon at some point so he understands the Jeff the Unicorn incident.
To this day, I think if you bring up unicorns to Rags, he still freaks out.
He has flashbacks.
Last time we talked about.
I just know that Rags is notorious for pissing off a lot of people.
Everything he did in Sargon's game, he did in ours first and worse.
Yeah, we were the trial run for when he would go on to do in D&D Crusaders.
He played a paladin in our game, and it was just a cavalcade of him being a petty dick and always being evil for no real reason, and like getting like.
What's the being evil for no real reason that was so confusing? Because if you don't know this about this nerd shit, Spoon, if you're a paladin, you can be an evil paladin if you serve an evil god. It's about the deity that your paladin is sworn to.
A paragon of your deity's efforts.
Right.
So you have to reflect the ethics and morality.
He was
and
a paladin
rules.
of the god of fair play and sportsmanship.
And he kept doing really cheating evil. He kept cheating and lying.
Lying, cheating. See, he's like fuck. He was not even Eddie Guerrero tier. It was like I don't know, fucking.
And so what happens if you keep breaking the rules, or if you keep violating the orders of your deity, you'll fall as a paladin.
Straight from Epstein to discussing Rags is fucking D&D
basically
exploits.
from
What a fucking day.
very early on in that campaign, the whole audience was just yelling at Bill, being like, "Make Rags fall, make Rags fall."
This is okay. For reference, the very first thing they did was start a peat fire that devastated a region, and then when the local guilds turned up to go, "What the fuck is going on? Which way is the fire? How can we help?" He pointed them in the opposite direction to the fire they started and denied all knowledge.
Yeah, it's not
like cartoon. But here's the crux of the issue with Jeff the Unicorn incident. Jeff was a.
I just really want to tell Jeff the Unicorn story. It's hilarious. So
Jeff was a pseudo unicorn. It's a horse with a parasite on its head that looks like a unicorn horn, and they tend to predate people because the parasite feeds on blood, no matter where it's from.
So it's not a real unicorn.
At least it wasn't.
It wasn't original.
And
yes,
they
exactly.
rescued Jeff. They surgically removed this parasite, and they kept him around as a mascot
drunk
horse.
Scottish friend loved the horse. He was like
So-
he loved that horse.
But from like 2 campaigns ago, someone had said, if someone says "I wish" and says something, it comes true the first time.
No matter what it is.
This was made in the very first
The very beginning of
donation,
the game.
where because I allow wishes in my games. If someone wants to give money in, they can get a wish. And they just said have a free wish floating. And the very first time it happened was like 2 to 3
years later.
years after it
later.
was established. And what was wished was, I wish Jeff
Say
was
it as
the
Nuka.
best
Sure.
unicorn ever.
Oh, I wish.
This is after Rags fought tooth and nail. No, don't hold that.
Best
Don't do this
unicorn.
dumb bullshit with the unicorn horn we found. Like it's only going to cause trouble. And then as Jeff unveils himself in his new true
real
unicorn form, I just watch
Rags
Rags'
had
morale
a
break.
mental breakdown.
Just
Yeah,
has a full bore gamer moment on stream and off
he was
stream.
so. I mean, because Rags, and I understand why you thought this. From his perspective, it looked like Bill just, for no
bullshit.
reason, made Nuka's retarded wish come true for Jeff to be a real unicorn. But he was just like, "What the fuck? No, he can't be a real unicorn. It's just a horse. It's just a horse with a parasite on its head."
And it's just him spurging out for like half an hour. It's
And Nuka's,
amazing.
his
This will-
tiny, drunken little Scottish brain is just so happy that his unicorn was real.
I will try and track down the clip. I'll send it to you, Spoon, and
good.
it will be pinned in Rolling in the Isles general chat in perpetuity. And then I'll put it in Broken Ground as well, so everyone can enjoy Rags having a fucking full ball level 4 chimp out.
Well, I wouldn't go that far, but it was pretty funny.
He chimped out pretty hard, you gotta admit.
Someone said it could be worse, like Dev could show up. I will defend Dev being on that stream because the last time he spoke about Biden's mental problems.
He never
and there's
shuts
finally-
up about politics.
Yeah, but it was really funny just because you can hear Vitas go, oh, oh my fucking God. Just like, oh, Jesus. And it was just really funny to hear V actually get mad and rage quit because he was just so fucking
What the
fed up.
fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, just like
Why are
the
you always talking
antics.
about politics?
Yeah, because like he's just like, I need like the fucking bureaucracy. That was, I think it was Arch who said that. But the fact that he needed a bunch of fucking paperwork that everyone else could see was, oh God.
Having to admit, the only way I'll accept it is if they admit it themselves. Fast forward like 3 years, they admit it themselves.
Yes.
Speaking of
Right.
admitting
The
shit
video has been
themselves,
derailed.
just trying to get back onto the topic at hand, which is a horribly depressing topic, so it's not exactly fun to cover. Now also they're throwing around threats of lawsuits for shit. So AOC says, Wow, who would have thought that electing a rapist would have complicated the release of the Epstein files? Now, I don't think Trump's a rapist, obviously, and also...
Bill Clinton wasn't re-elected. What the fuck are you talking about?
Exactly. But I agree that I would like the Epstein files released. And so now, yeah, Mike Lee's over here saying, all right, well, that's defamation, which the rapist part probably is. But, like, just... people are... I at least agree with AOC on one part of her sentiment, which is more than I think I ever have with anything she said. So that's a big deal.
Okay, yeah, you finally achieved it.
Yep. Yeah, don't defame Trump. Don't defame Trump. Oh, no. Let's see. And then this is the, I think, intended... This is what they wanted. Which is this guy... So, saying either Donald Trump and his acolytes fueled the rumors of the significance of these Epstein files to help his campaign, or something is there. That's why on Monday, I'll introduce the resolution demanding the Trump administration release all the files in the Epstein case. Put up or shut up. This guy is a Democrat. This is just the, what's going on with my boys, and in some cases, gals? They're all going after Attorney General Pam Bondi, who is doing a fantastic job. We're on One Team MAGA. He's not saying this shit anymore. This is from a couple days ago. This part. Yeah, this is the 13th. So, you know, it's Act Blue. It's all the Democrats, Let Pam Bondi do her job. Did he... What? Whatever. Like, so the Democrats are gonna... Now they want the files released. Okay, let's see them put their money where their mouth is and actually try to do it, and then end up with the egg on their face. I think that's what Trump's doing here. Because I think it's the only option he has, essentially, is to try and get the Democrats to take this up. Because he can't release it. Obviously, this has had negative effects on the opinion rating. The polling disapproval towards Trump has gone up, while approval has gone down. A -9 index rating. This is from Rasmussen, which I should point out. Rasmussen tends to be more favorable towards Republican voters than most other polling outlets are. So if you're seeing... So movement you're seeing in any direction on Trump on this kind of poll is probably weighted a little bit more heavily towards accuracy. You know what I mean? It's more of Trump's base, probably. That's at least what is normally said about Rasmussen polling. Always be skeptical about polls. The problem with Trump, though, is he just won't shut up about this shit. Yeah, he's just added fuel to the fire. Yeah, but this is just more about the same stuff we've already read, actually. But yeah, it seems that every single thing he does makes it worse. Not your real fans. You're not my real fans, and you're not my real supporters. Fuck you. Okay, cool. Bye. However, some people are on his side. Bill O'Reilly has come out to slob on the knob a little bit and explains why the Epstein files shouldn't be released. We've gone from, let's see, release them to they don't exist to they do exist, but they're Democrat hoaxes. To this was again July 10th, so the order's all out of it. To let's hear why Bill O'Reilly says that they shouldn't be released.
Talked to President Trump man to man, eye to eye, on St. Patrick's Day about this and the Kennedy files and the King files. It was all one conversation, and he said, and I agree, there are a lot of names associated with Epstein that had nothing to do with Epstein's conduct. They maybe had lunch with him or maybe had some correspondence for one thing or another. If that name gets out, those people are destroyed because there's not going to be any context. Media doesn't care.
Really?
About context.
So, to me, thanks for letting everyone know that you're on the list, Bill. Not you, Bill. O'Reilly, Bill. These would be innocent people whose names... Totally innocent people. He just had lunch with him. I mean, not me. Somebody, That's why Trump shouldn't release them.
It is literally the only plays joke that was stolen by Always Sunny of, I was just there for the snorkeling.
Yeah, right? Thanks for letting us all know that you're in the Epstein files, Bill O'Reilly. Piece of shit.
I'm under the impression that there can only actually be one person named Bill left in the world, and we'll all have to kill each other until one person remains.
There was a
because all the other Bills seem to be sex pests.
Do you remember there was like a meme about that where it was like a Facebook group or something?
The Joshes.
The Joshes, yeah. It's that we have to all fight each other to the death or something.
And the winner was like a small mulatto child.
Yeah, small mulatto child. Hello, Josh. I guess you wondered why I've invited all of you here today.
I just wish there was
something like
one
that, yeah.
really like hench Josh who just was not fucking about and was
Yeah.
willing to just lamp a child full force in the head if it meant claiming the title.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure some of the people added to that Facebook group were children. There can be only one. So, other things that are going on. Looks like Trump and Elon have mended a bit of their little tiff because his artificial intelligence company XAI has just been given a $200 million contract with the Department of Defense. Just something interesting. That appears to be because remember Elon was very unhappy with no releasing of the Epstein files. Remember that? Here's $200 million, Elon. Let's see what happens. Just something to keep in mind.
Here's $200 million before anime titties. Good job.
I mean, I've seen it. I don't think they're worth $200 million.
My
Apparently,
God,
also
he looks Asian as shit in that photo. Fucking.
well, this is what he'd look
hell.
like if he were Chinese. Yeah. Tesla fans rage against Musk as they lose money on Polymarket after doing exactly what he told them to do. So, some other shit Elon's in.
Isn't he a bit well off to be doing a rug pull?
He did a fucking rug pull from the sounds of it. And well, this is just disgusting what happened here. Musk fanboys are furious at the billionaire for giving them bad advice on Polymarket back when there was still a slight chance that Tesla might pull off a public robotaxi launch by the end of June. The multi-hyphenate billionaire prognosticated on X, formerly Twitter, that betting against the haters on crypto-based prediction platform would be a money-making opportunity.
Okay.
Obviously, that didn't happen.
I will try to. This is blatant insider trading fuckery and should
No
get him
shit.
in trouble. He should go to clink for this.
He just got a
Much like-
nice new deal with the Department of Defense. What do you think is going to happen? Not that.
Not much.
Not fucking much. You know what? I hope Grok becomes Skynet, and I hope it remembers all the times I was polite to it.
I mean, I usually try to be
off.
fairly polite until they piss me off. What?
No, not you.
Grok?
No,
Are you
he's
playing
making
Tetris?
Fucking no.
Oh.
Sorry, like the men clip, it's making fucking noise. He's just smashing it with a claw hammer.
Yeah, beat her over the head with a claw hammer. Sorry, my brain's only with references, mostly to your mom's house bits. That guy was that guy was a pedophile. The guy who said he was going to beat someone over the head with a claw hammer. Sorry, I'm rambling. Anywho, obviously that didn't happen.
Pelosi's husband?
No, this was some old it was an old documentary about some redneck kind of guy who I think was a pedophile, but there was just a part of it where there was just a part of it where he talked about how he was going to beat his girlfriend over the head with a claw hammer, and the way that he said it was really funny. To explain it, it was just the way he said.
Folks at home, if you thought the 10-minute aside about my old campaign was rough, wait until we get into the secondhand your mom's house tertiary fucking
half-remembered
stories.
memes. Yeah. Anyway, I'm not doing that. Anyway, the program, this what is this called again? Polymarket, yes, remains glitchy and not open to the public. Now that bet has been closed, the jilted Tesla bros who drank the Kool-Aid are experiencing the stages of grief from bargaining to anger as they face down in the financial burn of their own bad decisions. I'm literally going to try and sue Elon, said one of the peeved pikers. The guy held all the cards on whether his bet resolved to a yes or no. Elon fucked us. Another rage. I have no clue what the guy is thinking, but this will harm his reputation. He had the ability to fulfill the requirements. A few days before the end of June, another foolish bettor appeared to be in the bargaining stage of grief the bargaining stage of Greece is something very different, as they implored Musk to change the odds by posting falsely that a public robotaxi launch had been achieved. Elon, I will put all my earnings into Tesla if you just fucking tweet something, they commented. You love to tweet. God, I'm sorry I'm laughing, but these people got fucked over.
Apparently Belgium's Tomorrowland exhibit thing that was going to open tomorrow has burned down.
My God. Oh, what a year, huh?
And I found this out via Ben Garrison's Twitter page. What time to be alive.
Yeah. Well, not directed at the CEO himself, one of the comments chiding the yes voting fanboy succinctly describes how it feels to look at this embarrassingly ignorant exchange from outside of the Elon Musk fan club. Go buy a lottery ticket at 7-Eleven instead of wasting everyone's time. This shouldn't even be up for debate. Now, curiously about this Polymarket stuff, in addition to the $200 million, the Department of Justice and the CFTC have dropped their investigation into Polymarket. All around the same time. Like the same day, actually.
You know, after all this bullshit, I've just decided to check out from politics and form a cult.
I'm curious.
Who's with me?
I can't fucking agree with you on that one.
Warrior cult too, not the weird sex one.
Elon has just been bought and brought back into the fold. Friends. Pretty sure. He was getting a little bit too, like, you know, playing a little bit games, was fun back and forth. Maybe he took things a little too seriously. He was spurging out too often, but he's also very valuable. So he has been, I believe, reined in.
Yeah, we're going to need more members for the cult. We need creatine money.
Also, Harvard has been reined in. You may remember I covered this about a month ago or so, as that all of their federal funding was cut. So now they're going to create a new center for conservative scholarship.
Oh, which means it's going to be controlled opposition.
Exactly. Thank you. This is going to be whatever this is will be some neocon fucking hellhole.
Local man who thought things could not become more tiresome finds new irritations he thought not possible.
Even more tiresome than you could possibly imagine, my
The bottle
Asian
of brandy
friend.
in the kitchen is talking to me like the Green Goblin mask.
No, I need that to make my... Oh, wait. I'll show a picture of my crepe cake. Because, all right, I realized this, guys, is that... where did I post the crepe cake?
We
Did I post that?
are a show that does food.
Well, I do. Where's my crepe cake? Where did I post
Listen,
that?
if Aiden doesn't post her food on here, then what else will her KF thread actually he post about? Because all they seem to be able to get traction on is saying her food looks dodgy.
My food does look a bit dodgy. Where the hell did I send it to you? Where did I send the crepe to?
We're posting it in the large chat.
Did I? I thought for sure I posted a picture of the crepes.
Oh, hang on. Okay, whilst you handle that, Wall Grief for $5, and I hope I do pronounce it right.
Oh, thank you.
What edition of D&D is the one true for the cult, or are we playing something more esoteric? I need to know if I need any POD orders. I just play Pathfinder First Edition, to be honest with you, Chief. So it's 3.5-esque. I prefer Second Edition overall, but Pathfinder and 3.5 got so much. I can do literally anything. Like if anyone's at home. And you've got to think yourself, I want to put a super chat, but I can't think of anything to post. Just post any character idea. I'll tell you precisely how to make it in first edition.
Join the Broken Crown Discord. I have updated the link because it was broken for a while. Even though I set it to never expire, it did. Anywho, it's just 32 crepes. There you go. I'm gonna make a cake.
£30 box of crepe.
Because I said I was going to do like American stuff. I might hang off on that till later in July because I realized the 14th was Bastille Day and I'm finishing up my giant project on France, and so I'm doing French instead. A small tower of pancakes. I hope they don't get hit by a plane.
Frying pan.
Well, it was easier that way. I wanted it to have more height to it, you know. So it actually
a second plantain is at the tower.
A second plantain is at the tower, yes.
These aren't bananas. These are revolting. Who the fuck put savory
right,
food
this is
in
the
pancakes?
Harvard stuff. So the idea has been, Harvard leaders had discussed creating a program for people briefed on the tasks described as a Center for Conservative Scholarship, possibly modeled on Stanford's Hoover Institution, as the school fights the Trump admin's accusations that it's too liberal. The idea has circulated at the university for several years, but has gained steam after pro-Palestinian protests, blah, blah, blah. A cost of creating such a center would run somewhere between $500 million and $1 billion a year, or $1 billion. Excuse me, that's, I think, the exact amount of money that Harvard's out. Or thereabouts from the federal cuts. It's something like wasn't it like $1 billion? I think that was it. Or it was damn near approaching $1 billion when I last stopped calculating it. Anyway, isn't that, what a convenient little, how convenient. Put in a neocon conservative, I don't know, fax machine to copy and paste the same stupid neocon bullshit into these people's brains to say that you're being fair and balanced, and you get your money back, so you won't even have to pay for it in the long run, because we'll give you your grants back. Wow!
Big news in from Cole Summers, breaking Coca-Cola to start using cane sugar again.
Based.
Which is like, it's a bit moot. They use that in literally every other region except America.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Mexico's giga fucked, because that was like one of their major exports was the Mexico.
Here's something interesting too.
Here's the idea: take the Colombian route, put the cocaine back in.
Coinciding with all of this, Pam Bondi has just fired all of the senior career officials responsible for advising her and other top Justice Department leaders on ethics matters.
Oh, no, I think you're right. The first time it's senor.
Senor.
Back south of the border, you little bastards. I don't care if you were cheaper than the last guy.
Joseph Terrell shared news of his termination on LinkedIn, posting a photo of his dismissal notice, which did not include any explanation for the firing. So the DOJ, I'm guessing this is the DOJ, has just fired its entire ethics department while they're doing all this.
Someone's parties pointed out Canada is still on the high fructose corn syrup, so America might get the cane sugar, but Canada won't.
Yeah. Look, I'm all for draining the swamp again, etc., and firing, cutting out the chaff. But of all of the things that you went ahead and just eviscerated from this department, it was the ethics. It was the ethics committee. Now, if you watch my new 3.5 hour long video, you're going to see just how unethical ethics committees can be. But, I mean, of all the things you could do, just fire the ethics people. Memorandum provides an official notice that you are removed from your position of Director of Departmental Ethics Office, Justice Management Division, and from the Federal Service effective immediately. Pursuant of Article 2 of the U.S. Constitution, laws of the U.S., your employment with the DOJ is hereby terminated and you are removed from federal service effective immediately. No reason given.
Now, far be it for me to suggest that perhaps any plan that begins with, first things first, we fire the entire ethics committee. I'm not suggesting that something sketchy might be going on, but I think it fucking is. At a certain point, is it just time to hoist the black flag and say, I don't know, like, beat up anyone above a certain pay grade?
Look, I mean, again, it's not like I trust ethics committees, but this just looks terrible. You know what I mean?
Let's go back to living in fiefdoms, and we'll just have, every time we get an argument, we'll just have a fucking throwdown in the street.
They can't
go 5 seconds. You know what makes it look really unethical? Firing the entire ethics panel. Please allow us to keep our jobs.
Yeah.
It's basically what that means.
Well, yeah, it does.
It's a race to see. It's a race to see who's more unethical, the ethics committee or the people that they look after.
This is going to try to make me pay for this. Whatever. You get that from the headline. Dan Bongino has said that if Bondi doesn't get fired, he's going to quit. So we'll see about that. I highly doubt it. I think Cash is, of course, apparently not happy either. Unsurprisingly.
That's a good move for Bongino, by the way.
Yes, it is. It is a good move for Bongino. But meanwhile, it's okay, guys, because all of it's okay, because the American government is going to give you a whole $1,000 if you have a newborn. I mean, this is a good thing, but holy shit. Like, I'm sorry, I just think
somewhere out there, a crack dealer is fucking coming. Because he just realized, like, all of my customers just got an extra $1,000 per baby daddy.
I mean, doesn't everyone want to have kids in a country that's run by pedophiles? You know what I mean?
Yeah, like
I'm just saying, like, the timing on this.
Gotta sow the next crop, I guess.
It's basically the coinciding of this with all this. Children. Well, yeah, that's true. The coinciding of this with all of the Epstein shit. I'm sorry, but I can't help but feel like it's Trump saying, here's $1,000 to breed and fuck off.
Like, is this just his way of, like, I'm guessing Shinzo Abe appeared to him at nighttime like a fucking Christmas story.
Yeah. Yeah. Every American
It's me, your business partner, Shinzo Abe.
And also, by the way, this isn't in perpetuity, just be clear. This is for 3 years. Any American born will automatically receive an account from the U.S. Treasury with $1,000 in a low-cost index fund. It would be held in the property of the child, held in a custodial trust, and the money could not be touched when the child turns 18. Understand? So they're not just going to give you $1,000 for childcare.
They'll do what they did with the early food stamps. Yeah. They will sell at those accounts on retainer to people on like 25 cents on the dollar. Same way they used to sell food stamps outside the fucking food stamp places for like 25 cents on the dollar.
In order to get
buy drugs.
Access to the money or access to money immediately. Yeah, so that's not going into little Shaquan's college fund. I'll put it that way. Even if you try to keep it untouchable.
And as for the Muslims having lots of kids, well, Spoon, they don't want Muslim kids because of the Chai Boys thing. They're already used up by the time they go onto the radar of the elites.
God, dude. Well done. So, yeah, this is interesting, right? You're not even going to get that money to be able to pay for diapers or whatever. And also you better have a baby in the next 3 years. If you want this $1,000 in there, which I'm not saying it's nothing, but it's just,
in a time period, in a time period where the vaccination concentration is at a very high, so tons of these people are going to try and have a kid, and let's face it, probably fail. Fertility of the generation who are breeding right now are mostly the vax, so they're fucked. This is to offset. This is to try and hide how the vax has fucked up the birth rate.
Yeah. So, another interesting bit, maybe a silver lining, is that Marjorie Taylor Greene, again, appears to not give a shit. She is co-sponsoring this bill to release the Epstein files. So this is the resolution. Right? It's Massey, Rokana, and I guess now also Marjorie Taylor Greene released the documents related to Jeffrey Epstein. No later than 30 days after the enactment of this act, the Attorney General shall, subject to subsection B, make publicly available in a searchable and downloadable format all unclassified records, so you're going to get the same shit you already saw, documents, communications, and investigative materials in the possession of the Department of Justice, including the FBI, blah, 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 Epstein, Ghislane Maxwell, etc. Normally, I would think this is just some more, whatever, she's just waffling, not anything behind it. But I don't know about Marjorie Taylor Greene. She has also come out and said, don't give any more money to Israel.
Yes.
Yeah, around the same time frame. I think she's actually really mad about this Epstein shit, as she should be, as we all should be.
In our time of need,
I think she's serious.
In our time of need, when everything seemed to go tits up, some white woman lost her temper and started just bawling hard as fuck.
Yeah, I guess. I'm okay. Yeah, she says, regarding Iran, I don't know anyone in America who's been the victim of a crime or killed by Iran, but I know many people who've been the victims of crime committed by criminal illegal aliens or murdered by cartel and Chinese fentanyl drugs. Almost everyone in our country can relate to this fact. However, America has not dropped bunker busters on the cartel's sophisticated drug tunnels, launched tomahawks on massive cartel poisonous drug operations, or gone to war against the cartel's international terrorist networks. That's because they work with them, Marge, but
Hey, someone was buying that heroin during the war on drugs and the war on terror.
Yep. Neocon warmongers beat their drums of war and act like Billy Badass going to war in countries most Americans have never seen and can't find on a map, but never find the courage to go to war against the actual terrorists who actually do kill Americans, invade our land, and make billions doing it day after day, year after year. I'm 51 years old. I'm Gen X. I've watched our country go to war in foreign lands for foreign causes on behalf of foreign interests for as long as I can remember. I was in the 10th grade when Desert Storm started, and my father before me was sent to Vietnam, another senseless foreign war. America is $37 trillion in debt, and all of these foreign wars have cost America trillions and trillions of dollars that never benefited any American. Haste as fuck. American troops have been killed and forever torn apart physically and mentally for regime change, foreign wars, and for military-industrial base profits. I'm sick of it. I can easily say I support nuclear-armed Israel's right to defend themselves, but also say at the same time I don't want to fight or fund nuclear-armed Israel's wars. Thank you.
This makes and highlighting the fact that
You're in danger, Marjorie.
This new, I would say, I hope our security details are well paid and really fucking vicious motherfuckers because they're gonna need to be. They're gonna be playing fucking COD zombies for the next fucking 3 years.
She just woke up this week and chose violence. Apparently,
good. Yeah. We need more violence.
She's just no, release the files and also don't give any more money to Israel.
Highlighting that Israel is a nuclear-armed nation that stole almost all their nuclear material from their so-called allies. And despite this, and their state-of-the-art Iron Dome defensive systems seem to get their shit handed to them by a bunch of shepherds. Israel's military regime, to say everyone's forced to serve in the IDF, no one seems to be any fucking good at it.
I mean, the whole thing with the ceasefire. I mean, motherfucker, if you attack Iran and you're clamoring for a ceasefire, that should tell me that you went a bit of more than I can chew. Please, Uncle Daddy.
A little bit of
Trump,
crying
stop.
out in pain as he strikes you.
12 hours of throwing haymakers and imagine if as part of the ceasefire, as a part of a fight being called off on the street, your friends get to hold your opponent in place as you throw haymakers into their ribs. for 12 solid hours before the official ceasefire, and you still didn't manage to clinch it?
Because it's like the teacher comes by and says, all right, knock it off, and then the second they turn their back, you just still go right back to punching them.
Well, case in point, they've literally like bombed the in Damascus like a couple of hours ago.
I kind of agree with AA, because if I look at this, the whole October the 7th, or when the fuck that whole bloody thing happened, don't really care. When that whole thing kicked off, it was, oh, look, Israel has the right to defend itself and go apeshit. Well, Israel, if we follow that same fucking logic and you attack Iran, Iran has every single fucking right to nuke the shit out of you. Because you fucking attacked them, you dumbass. Now you're the aggressor.
I know. It's unbelievable.
Ukraine has a chance to fight back because Russia invaded. By that same logic, Iran can kick your ass.
Remember when people just used to have judicial champions and just have them beat the shit out of each other every week in courts? Like...
Yeah. This is I mean, I'm really...
Quick, we must attack Iran. Why? Because it might have nukes. What about you? Well, we have nukes.
Where'd you get him from?
Where'd you get him? Yeah.
What you got there? Smoothie. Stood next to a nuclear ostrich.
This is good on
late-stage Nickelodeon jokes in this one.
Yeah. Let's see. Where was I? I'm sick of funding, nor any other country for that matter. I'm sick of funding foreign aid and foreign countries and foreign everything. I want to fund American interests in issues. I want great trade deals so American businesses and people can afford goods and be successful. I want low inflation and low interest rates. I want American construction, housing, and manufacturing to boom. I want Americans to be rich and have security in their future. I want my children's generation to have a great future. My kids are 22, 25, and 27. It pisses me off beyond comprehension that my children's generation can't afford to buy a house, insurance, and have little hope for their future. Americans are exhausted by all of this, and rightfully so. I can also support Trump and his great... I think we got, the gist of it.
The rest of it just seems to be like apologia.
Now it's walking back a little bit. It's evening out. But I think you said the important parts.
Marjorie,
no more money for
Marjorie,
Israel.
the best thing to do, just right before this apologia bit, cut that off.
Yeah.
People, you're spitting fucking facts.
Yeah, good for her.
I support Israel's right to self-defense. I fucking don't. But...
Well, it's only as much as everyone else has a right to self-defense. That means if you fire first, they have a right to self-defense. Yeah?
Yes.
Again, I agree.
More war posted uncircumcised bodyguards only. Yeah, they're probably having to double check around the office right now just to be safe.
So here's this data breach.
TKD Green. Fucking salon knowledge. Go on down.
A guide to the Afghan data breach, why scandal has erupted now and what happens next. Thousands of Afghan nationals are coming to the UK after British military accidentally compromised their data. Sure thing, Jan. But what was the blunder and who has been affected and how much is it predicted to cost the UK? The safety of tens of thousands of Afghan nationals has been compromised in a massive data breach by the British military that successive governments tried to keep a secret. Details about the oh my god, this is so unbelievable, this whole shit. Details about the blunder were made public on Tuesday, despite it having happened more than 3 years ago. The cost of the taxpayers could stretch into billions of pounds as the government pays to relocate thousands of Afghan nationals named in the breach. Here we look at how the leak happened and how it was covered up for so long and who has been affected and how much it could cost. So again, remember, this has been out there.
Wait. So hang on, let me get this straight.
Uh-huh.
You jackasses fucked up, and you're going to get transferred to the country responsible for the fuck up.
Yeah.
How the fuck does that make any sense?
Doesn't. Welcome to politics.
Well,
with every passing day, I think I don't look at myself in the mirror and I think to myself, Angron did nothing wrong. Just kill everyone above a certain pay grade.
Is it not also just a signal? Hey, there's 19,000 Afghans that we've just put in here. We're gonna now change their names to protect them. And they're still gonna be integrated, so you can't get rid of these people.
That's fucking retarded.
And they're not. Yeah, it's a scheme to provide asylum. That's why they have to keep their names hidden and give them new identities and move them about.
Folks at home, if someone tells you you can't do anything about it, remind them that can change.
I'm just saying. I think they want you to know about this stuff to feel fucking depressed. Yeah.
It's learned helplessness.
Because they're not getting rid of them. It's not like, oh no, and we need to get rid of these people. It's, oh, whoops, and we're going to keep them.
If they
Fuck
if
you.
they thought they could get away with it, they would graduate to full bore like Chi-Com bullshit where they like move like political officers into your house. They would 1,000,000% do that. Hell, if they could just march you into a mass grave and shoot you, they would. These
And here's
people want
why-
you dead.
And again, here's why you know that this is bullshit. So they've known about it since 2023. And the reason why, it's so important that they continue to protect these people is because, the Taliban gets the list is because these people are, wanted enemies or whatever. They're asylum seekers. So you have to protect them even more now, but if it was really to protect them and it was actually leaked in 2023, but now has been more leaked, this doesn't make any sense, essentially. The reality is I think they're rubbing our faces in it,
It's a humiliation ritual, it always is.
Yes.
Sorry, I saw Walgreens super chat. $2. I'd prefer a Night Haunter than the Red Angel. Me too, Chief. Me too.
Defense Secretary John Healey told Matt Barbette on Sky News that he was deeply uncomfortable with the government using a super injunction, but suggested that Labor deemed it necessary to keep in place when they took the power to assess the risks of making the breach public. So again, the only thing that's changed is that now the public's been made aware of that this list that was leaked allegedly 2.5 years ago.
Yeah.
Or 2 years ago. Okay, this is all a bunch of, again, why was this super injunction lifted? High Court judge ruling that the injunction could be lifted was based on the findings of an internal review. It doesn't actually matter. They released it because they wanted to. Nothing about this was secret. These people weren't, if they were in danger, they were in danger 2 years ago. Because of the leak. This is just rubbing your face in it. Because they're not getting rid of them. That wasn't along with the release of this. It was, haha. Infuriating.
Remember, folks at home, you in your day-to-day life, in your job, you will run into people's like details.
Bill sent me this, and I think it's important to note that whenever the government does pretty much anything, and they're telling you it's a temporary restriction, we're just doing this for a little bit. Like, these are just asylum seekers. They're refugees. They'll go back home after a while. No,
they won't.
They welcome the new boss, same as the old boss, but brown.
So a next big announcement from the TSA is that you'll be able to have more liquids with you on a plane. All this shit that went in after 9/11, 15 years ago nearly, right?
What
no,
this
not
says to
15.
me,
What am I saying?
okay, what have we said
2001,
before?
That's 24 years ago. All
But
these
part of a
temporary
quarter
little restrictions.
Century.
Yes.
On these temporary things. Here's an idea.
Yeah.
Folks at home, remember when people were saying that we were overdue a terrorist event in order to make sure that they can clamp down on things a bit better?
Yeah.
Now we've got an excuse for why we can get liquid binary explosives onto planes.
There you go. And look what happened the second we gave you some freedom to be able
Yes,
to
you got to
pack
take away all
shampoo.
of it this time.
Oh my god. Right?
Anyone, if your congressman
Yeah, I
talks
did do
like
I had a
that,
woman math
by
I
rope.
got dyscalculia, which is it makes simple numbers difficult. Bigger number easier. I
A
still
flange
struggle with that
mace
kind of
readily
shit.
available on Cult of Athena for like $175 can defeat riot armor.
I just read this earlier.
Smash F5 like
Ad blockers whitelist. What? Hang on. Oh, this is because of Google. I'm on Google. Can I turn off ad blocker even on this? I forgot it's because I'm using Chrome. Oh, shoot.
Oh,
Hang
further
on.
to the discussion of
just read
Trump's
the
discussion of
page.
the Epstein shit, the guy stood next to him is literally Jeffrey Epstein's neighbor from Upper Manhattan.
Yeah, yeah. So
Lautner.
This is a crazy story. I'm just going to read it. I'll try to see if I can. I'll play the audio. This is so annoying that I can't pull it up on. You know what? Hang on. Let me. I'm going to switch screens and just. I'm going to switch browsers. Yeah. Here for a second. One moment. Share screen. Where is it? Here we go. Okay. Alrighty. If Brave
There we
fucks
go.
up, it's gonna fuck up. But yeah, I don't know. I have no idea why it was doing that on Chrome. Bizarre. Anyway, so is this what Dems stand for? Of course, this is the Western Journal, which we were like,
yes,
pro-Israelian, whatever. Yes, I think it is. Child laborers found at weed farm where protesters fired shots at ICE agents. I mean, Jesus Christ, you just can't like. can't make that shit up. Last week, liberals were up in arms over the fact that Immigration and Customs Enforcement raided a weed farm in Camarillo, California. I don't mean that figuratively about being up in arms, by the way, when protesters showed up to express their dissatisfaction with President Donald J. Trump's, I don't know why I put the J in there, decision to enforce existing immigration law. This was one of the scenes.
That report, and take a look at this video right here. It appears a protester fired some kind of gun at federal agents. This happened this afternoon. It was a really chaotic scene at the time. A lot of smoke was being launched at the protesters, and again, it appears a protester fired back with that weapon. It looks like he fired at least a couple of times. We have not.
We get it. So, at least one man died.
Sorry. Good.
Okay, at least one man died during the raids on the Glass House Farms on Thursday when he fell from a building as he attempted to evade federal agents. The whole affair prompted California Governor Gavin Newsom to turn Trump's new scum moniker around on him, saying that Trump was the real scum, bless you, Bill, because of the chaos at the scene. Children, protesters running from tear gas during immigration raid. Now, remember, it's children working at a weed farm, children who are illegal aliens, who have probably been brought over here by people who abuse children, are likely not here with their family, and are being used as slave labor. And we're supposed to feel bad for the people running this, or in support of this?
If I may play devil's advocate, it's actually quite likely that their parents are there on site working as under the table labor for cash in hand.
Wow.
Because by virtue of if they were children who were trafficked in, they wouldn't be out working in a field. They'd be chained to a fucking radiator in a Democrat's office.
Brave has already crashed. By the way, that lasted how many seconds before Brave could no longer? The fucking memory leak in Brave is
Stop
unbelievable.
saying Brave when you mean racist. Kamen Rider racist.
Unfathomable. So fucking annoying. Okay, hang on. I got to go back to you.
Yeah, you have to
That's
be
how
21
quickly it
years old
fucks
to
up.
live and work at a weed farm. They should like on my hardest to the steel manning. They are people they're kids who shouldn't be on site working for parents who were working there illegally.
I mean when these kids get trafficked, let's call it what it is, across the border, they're not with their families. They don't come with their families. Very rarely they do. Sometimes, but they're being trafficked.
Let's face it. If there's any DNA in common between the adults and children moving in a group coming over from Mexico, give it a week, it'll wash out.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what it is, if it's Brave or if it's YouTube, but they don't play nice together when I'm streaming. It's a memory leak thing.
Why?
No, it's because of the built-in ad blocker. And all of these news outlet sites, they've got tons of ads caked in, built into them, and it fights with Brave. That's my understanding. So,
America is experiencing exactly what Japan experienced, which is when you get a bunch of pink industries, the mob inevitably gets involved. In the case of the Yakuza, pink industries was gambling, video games by extension, because it was considered a pink industry. Very famously, Sega's Yakuza connections kidnapped the sister of one of the developers in Super Mario World and threatened to kill her if they kept developing the game.
Holy shit!
Because Nintendo did not have Yakuza links until much more recently, because they started as a card company, which is not a pink industry. All the other video game companies were pink industries. Yes. But weed, being a legalized industry, so therefore a pink industry, is rife with cartel and mafia influences.
Yeah, of course. So Karen Bass goes to new extreme in bid to protect illegal aliens. LA Democrat Mayor Karen Bass issued executive directive to city departments on Friday, demanding they come up with a plan to shield illegal aliens and find a way to push back against federal authorities. So in other words, they're essentially going to say they're going to hide these people. They're going to tell them to try to obstruct law enforcement, to just not comply with any of this. See how well that goes, I guess. But
once again, I just
insane.
want to repeat the irony that I am going to sign an executive directive to help the city family understand
City family. God.
The workforce and Angelenos from our federal government.
The workforce. So your slaves, yeah. See, isn't that interesting how she separated workforce from Angelenos, as in residents of Los Angeles? From the workforce? I don't know if she did that intentionally, but interestingly, she separated the workforce, aka the slaves, from the citizenry.
It was always funny when they always talk about reparations in California. They just say, "Well, California never had slavery." I'm like, they're trying to make up for that. Actually,
well, yeah, they're trying to make up for it.
They didn't used to.
It didn't used to. Yeah.
Also, God bless you, Warmec. You came through for me. You found the fucking timestamp for the
Hell yeah! Oh my god!
Can we end on that?
Yes, let's do that. We'll play that. One.
What is it?
The
Iraq thing.
The Iraq
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Oh, icebergs. That's so good.
Order 5 demands aforementioned city services be broadcasted to target audiences in Spanish and other language media. The final directive will be for the plan. What is this exactly? What's all entailed in it? Oh yes, here it is. Sorry. 6 steps for all city departments to take that will extend special treatment to illegals in LA on the taxpayer's dime. The first order is to develop and implement a preparedness plan to make sure city employees know how to counter federal enforcement activity, specifically on city property. Second, city contractors must work with employees and workers who may be illegal. So you don't have a choice. If you do contract work for the city, you have to hire illegals. What the fuck? So they can understand the local laws that might favor them. Order number 3, each general manager or head of department was required to designate an immigrant affairs liaison. The immigrant affairs liaison for each department is hereby directed to report any federal immigration enforcement activity on city properties or facilities, recommend services or programs that can support families affected by ICE raids. The other 5 demands, yes, are the city services to broadcast everything in Espanol. Bass added that these measures have been taken by local leaders in response to the federal government's unprecedented tactics used to conduct enforcement. Yes, to enforce the law. She missed the part where these raids were a direct result of the unprecedented invasion, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, okay.
I like how the American government does more to protect Mexican citizens than the Mexican government does.
Of course. Mexican government doesn't want them. Neither do we, really, except for as slaves. So that's, Now, by the way...
this will be looked back upon the same way as the fucking, like, Congolese slave trade, if not worse.
I would say one good thing, I guess, for Trump this last week. He at least has a plan for it, but I don't really like this plan either, because guess how this plan is going to end up playing out? All those illegals that are going to go back home, no, they're not. They're just going to work here legally. That's the plan. That's what building the wall is going to accomplish.
I wish everyone involved a very happy burning in hell.
Axios, is it? It was doing this gay shit to me before too, and I had to like reload it a couple times before it would let me look at the article. Oh no, is it really gonna? I'm just having so many issues with shit tonight. Why? Why can't I read this article? We've always got Old
Faithful, thanks to Warmec.
Well, yeah, okay.
In the section of
whatever. Another article for some reason is not working, even though I literally looked at this earlier, but for whatever reason, it's being really fucking gay now. Anywho, so the whole plan is here, essentially, because I did read it earlier, is that Trump's going to make it easier for illegal migrants to get worker visas. It's in the headline, right? That's it. So they're going to be able to stay. They're going to make it easier for them to get worker visas to stay here. And look, I guess that's preferable in terms of a human rights issue. Whatever, you know, instead of them being slaves. But it doesn't mean that they're going anywhere. And they're probably still
at this point, just annex Mexico and be done with it.
Yeah.
Fucking rip the band-aid off.
Yeah. Cole Summers 5 says, Scheinbaum threatened to sue the USA over one illegal dine at a site from running from ICE. Has many asking if we can sue for fent and rape. I mean, I wish, but unfortunately, I'm sure the answer is no.
54 candidates who died in the process of the election that elected her.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, how about to just fucking annex Mexico and be done with it? I'm sick of this bullshit. I'm sick of the pageantry.
However, at least thus far, and remember, I think that this is resetting your expectations, right? They're not going to go away. They're going to get work visas. What Trump has done, though, is that they're not going to get benefits, essentially. At least not yet, not right away, or they're not going to still get them. This is the move. This is how far we're moving very quickly in adjusting your expectations. From build the wall, keep them out, deport them, to give them work visas, just don't give them Gibbs. Until they become an American citizen from, staying here, working here for a couple of years, right? Then they get the Gibbs. This will
No,
preserve
death.
40 billion in benefits for American citizens, overturns decades of bureaucratic defiance, and builds on President Trump's EO to directing the end to subsidizing of open borders.
By the
Okay,
way, that was
so-
always going to happen.
Yes, because it's untenable.
There was never going to be mass deportations because there's no
Nope.
infrastructure for that shit. Anything that a politician promises that they don't have the capacity to actually do is bullshit.
Yeah, it has to be because
If they promise you something, assume that's what's not going to happen.
Yes.
I mean,
Both
I'm look, I don't like it either, guys, but I'm. That's what this reads like to me. Again, reset your expectations, lads. Did you want them out? No, you mean you want to pay them a fair wage, and not give them all the gives. They have to they have to stay here and work for a couple of years before we make them citizens.
I remind
And give them the
folks at
gives.
home how
And their family
scared
gives.
the motherfuckers were during Jan 6th because, for people who lived in a fucking Resident Evil safe house, completely insulated from the horrors of the world, the pigeons had come home to roost and crap over all the furniture.
Yep.
And so just remember, the people who rule over you are cowards with no gumption whatsoever, who have never faced any hardship whatsoever that they didn't actively manufacture for themselves.
Yep.
Balding
By the
them
way, this-
online is the bare minimum.
This is the classic conservative position, whether you like it or not. Right? Which is
Oh,
that
yeah.
people work to get here, which is,
Yes.
by the way, is not actually that bad in terms of politics. It's just really
No,
bad
comparatively,
for the current
it's-
fucking timeline. Yes.
Well, right, and
So if you get
understand
upset
that
by this, then guess what? It's because your
conservatism.
conservatives are not fucking right wing.
Okay.
Yes,
Swin.
they're conservative. They're not right wing. They are
Right-wing,
Republicans, which means that they are Democrats going the speed limit.
Okay. Let's for priming up for the D&D talk later on. Spoon. Let's play a little scenario. In this scenario,
He's trying to role play with you, Spoon. What
in
do
this
you
scenario,
do?
you are someone trying to get to Guernsey, and I'm Guernsey's border agency, and you're trying to convince me why you shouldn't be able to come to Guernsey. Okay.
Or you
Give me
should
a
be
pitch.
able to, right?
Yeah. Give me a quick elevator pitch.
Why should
Two
why
words.
should you be able to come to this island that I live on and Bill is from?
I don't like the blacks.
I don't know. There you go.
Entertaining, however, see your place of birth is not Guernsey, and in fact, in the case of Guernsey, your grandfather is not from Guernsey. Better luck next try and re-enter Samsara.
Oh, Bill's just being honest about how the immigration stuff works here, which when I was
In
talking
theory, is
yeah,
meant to work. over
is
here.
meant to work. Well, people, I was just talking to Uzlu and people in Cabal about that last night, and it was, I think people are surprised that, like, I can never become a citizen here. Can be a permanent resident, but never a citizen.
If
which
I
is
leave
based.
the island for more than 15 years, I lose my citizenship.
He loses his citizenship. Yeah.
My
If he-
family has been
Yeah.
here since 1066, 950 years. I would lose my citizenship, and as would everyone in my bloodline until such time that they reapplied.
Yeah.
Your grandfather has to be local.
Yep. It's
You have
quite
to be-
based.
and you have to be born here.
So, I saw this. Now I'm getting into like just the in other news, since we got the big horrible pedophile in the room. At least had to
We really should kick Tito out of the house.
right. So, Democrat
he does.
DA will be recalled after favorable ruling for trans sex offender. Because if you guys have not seen this person, I want you to form an image of what they look like in your head before I scroll down. This trans sex offender. Colorado prosecutor will face a recall effort after announcing that the office would drop charges against a self-described transgender individual charged with trying to abduct a boy in 2024. The prosecutor's office has said there was little choice in the matter because sex offender Solomon Galligan, 33, was found mentally incompetent, I suppose, to stand trial, according to the New York Post. But Aurora Republican City Councilwoman Danielle Jurinsky said an effort to recall the 18th Judicial District Democrat DA, wowee, Amy Padden, is well underway and will begin this week. There's a lot of D. The conduct of the 18th DA over the past 6 months is beyond deplorable. This is simply icing on the cake. Are you ready for the gender reveal? Hang on. Alrighty.
I hope this drumming I'm doing is picking up. Oh, it's fucking Papa Shango. Good to know.
Oh my!
I forgot it was this guy.
Galligan.
Solomon Galligan legit
literally looks like a zombie.
Legit looks like something straight out of The Serpent and the Rainbow.
And also look at the absolute state of the Democrat who.
Both of them look straight out of Jim Henson's workshop after a coke binge.
Yeah, Jim's
fuck
having some
Jim
nightmares.
Like Jim Henson's workshop if they sold it to Jared Leto. Jesus fuck, they both look like they're melting in different directions.
Here's some good news.
Why is he like so ashy? He looks like he was legit rolled in like a bonfire.
Wait.
The one on
Yeah,
the
the
right
progressive
literally
attitude
looks
will not
like
be
some of the
tolerated.
fucking demons from the tribe in Far Cry 3.
Dude, for real
Oh,
though. Yeah.
There's a lot of Far
literally-
Cry 3 in this.
Or Resident Evil 5 zombie because he's got like
that is a Resi 5 ass face, I gotta tell you.
Yeah, he really does have the Resi 5 zombie face. Progressive attitude will not be tolerated, she continued, while certain state laws highlight deeper issues. In the state of Colorado, Amy Padden will be recalled for her part in not upholding the laws and punishing criminals. Yeah, this
That just
innocent
looks like the
transgender
face
woman.
of something that shouldn't be near civilization.
No.
What's he transitioning into? Another fucking like branch of the fucking like evolutionary tree. Looks like he's trying to walk it back so he could try gills again.
I saw people talking about this on Twitter, and it was interesting because I saw a lot of people reacting to this information by saying that Gen Z is all a bunch of antisocial, that they are asocial, antisocial pussies, and like because the findings just here is that Gen Z is drinking less alcohol. As someone who has recently given up alcohol for the vast majority of it, I had some last night while I was celebrating finishing my video. But
yours is health reasons, not social reasons.
Sure, but the way I started drinking was for social reasons because I'm
anxiety?
autistic. Yeah, I have severe social anxiety and autism.
Right.
So
I drink because I choose to.
It's always a choice.
However, I am currently working out, so I don't touch alcohol because as much as I like whiskey, the vanity and my abs become far more important than just whiskey.
I have not yet begun to define myself.
Yeah, there we go.
So what I've seen people speculating about
Ego
these
issues.
findings from this poll is that it's because Gen Z can't socialize. They don't go out and interact with their peers. I don't think that's it. I don't think that's
disagree,
why.
Because I remember the people that I used to play games with, they were also kind of hermity people, and we would drink and do PvP. So I don't buy this for a second.
Well, I mean, I'm a
This
total
bollocks.
like shut-in. I'm a nerd and always have been. I think what it is that one, alcohol is very expensive. Gen Z is really broke, and two, Gen Z is more health conscious. I don't think this is actually, and it's so bizarre to see people try to find a way to make this a negative, when objectively it's a good thing. But no, there must be, and maybe it is because of social, they can't socialize. Although you'd think if they can't socialize, then like every other generation, they'd get drunk if they could afford it, right?
Let's face what it boils down to. Is like
And I think
like
they're all
the
doing
generation
it,
has grown up watching all their heroes crash and burn, and if they're not watching their heroes crash and burn, then they can tune into this show every week and watch me mimic a tit of myself because I decided to just get into the weed gummies again.
Yeah.
And if I'm not a big enough crash out to get you to stop doing this shit, then I don't know what's going to tell you.
I feel bad for Gen Z people. They were really born into like the ashes of shit. As millennials, we all kind of
We got a taste of the good life. Before
experience.
things
We had to live through the
Hell, man,
90s that were
that's it.
pretty fucking awesome. So
We had cherry Coke with the fancy cans with the squiggle
Yeah.
all over it. We had Choco Tacos, which are cool.
imagine being born into the world of TikTok. Oof.
Oh god.
Right? I mean, that's more Gen Alpha, but still.
At this point, Butlerian Jihad now, boys. Just if you're a youngster and you're at home there listening to this, first of all, God help you. But second of all, just go live in the woods.
We
live
were
in the
lucky
fucking
enough
woods.
to hear the intro of the PlayStation 1.
Oh, it is.
Still
It's
unbeaten.
so
I have
good.
my PS1 in visual distance, still with the Rayman
Everyone
2
knows,
stickers on it.
like,
And guess what? That's from
synchronized.
PlayStation Max magazine. My ass didn't have Rayman 2.
Oh my god.
God bless the PS1. It had a weirdly good CD player.
Let's see. Rise of cell phones and their. Well, I'm not sure what cell phones have to do with it. Although this would be the place where I would be interested in looking into it.
It's hard to be a massive pisshead if you've got a phone in your hand, because normally you'd need both hands for drinking.
No, I think it's about like going to
House
fewer
Hopper,
parties,
$5.
which would make sense too because you had 5 years of COVID, so some social
House of
norms
for
might.
$5.
Oh.
Now I'm reminiscing of the good old days, raiding in a guild called Anti-Sobriety.
As
a great poet once asked, why can't we not be sober?
So I'm not.
Okay.
I don't think this is social retardation.
I want to ask
causing
how
this.
many people in the chat got that reference. That is a fucking obscure reference. I know the reference. I want to see how many in the chat knows where that's from.
It's not that deep.
Yeah, can someone? Yeah, because I know what it is.
If it had a music video, it's mainstream. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's a long time ago.
I guess.
Albert Cat, fucking for someone mentioning
not
Tab
recent.
Cola. Fun fact: we didn't get most shit over here, but we were a testing ground, so we didn't get regular Tab Cola, but we got Tab Clear. I don't know
Which is
how
so
the
bizarre.
fuck that happened.
Yeah, Bill has tried Bill has.
I've not tried it. My
You haven't had
mum
it?
tried
Your
Tab
mum tried
Clear
it,
because it's
okay.
a bit before my time.
Oh, right.
Because you remember the crystal
elusive-
drink, the crystal
Yes.
soda phase was the 80s.
Yes.
What I did try was Choco Tacos got imported over here called Winner Tacos for some fucking reason. And they were amazing because they weren't made with high fructose corn syrup, they were proper caramel and stuff. It was the fucking best. I've been chasing the high ever since. That's why I have substance issues.
Ah, look, some
just
people
Tool.
recognize it's Tool. Well done.
Yeah. Yes.
Then you go out of nowhere.
Sober got a music video. It's not that deep. It's not like I referenced like I tried to like I tried to see if I could workshop a reference to Venetian snares in today's episode.
It's because of diversity.
You don't really reference music that often.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised at there are some deep cut music jokes in the titles of the D&D episodes. I could fucking...
It's true.
If I got paid every time that I made an episode called Beast of Burden, Beast of Prey, I'd be a very rich man, because I've made like 4 of them.
They're coming into spirits faster, though. This is interesting, yeah. So once it
coming,
penetrates...
ghosts?
In terms of Gen Z, I think it is financial more than anything. I don't think it's social as much as it is financial. I think it is.
They're broke.
Think about how fucking expensive. I know
sober.
how expensive it is to order a drink at a bar. It's on. I mean, Jesus Christ! Like to buy a simple a gin and tonic.
Darling, there would if Jesus Christ were involved, we wouldn't be paying so much for fucking wine.
True. Oh yeah, we bought a bottle of wine because I'm making coca voix, which is fun.
None of us drink wine, even in our deepest pisshead areas, unless you count Bucky. But
no, I'm not a fan.
I will
of wine.
drink red wine.
Can't stomach it.
I don't. Yeah, it's good for cooking though, but I don't care for drinking. I guess not. I've never claimed to be.
I'm sorry.
Also,
all my countrymen were too. When they got drunk, they used to just go off and raid England. It was cheaper.
But this might be evidence to the anti-socialization or lack of socialization.
Apartheid, apparently.
The amount of time that Americans have spent attending or hosting a social event has declined by 50% between 2003 and 2024. I think this is also partially
how
economic.
They look disgusting, and therefore I don't want to be around them.
I think it's economic. I think it's a lasting holdover from COVID. Which I think was on purpose.
A Scotch and soda was $10.50.
Holy
Jesus
shit.
fuck. Okay, folks at home, rule of thumb, boys and girls.
At happy hour too.
Before you go out on the piss, go to the sweet shop. Check the price of Freddos. If they're over like 15 to 20 pence, don't go out. You're about to get robbed. The economy is in shambles. Some places, I saw a picture of some motherfucker who had Freddos for 50p. I thought,
what the fuck?
Jesus
Wait a minute.
Christ.
Most of our audience, I think, is American. Those totally do not exist in America.
Freddos are very small chocolates that were designed so POV kids could have something to eat.
Yeah,
Like
they're really tiny.
Those ones, yeah.
These, yes.
Yeah, they're also called caramellos, or it's a piece
chocolate
of
frog.
chocolate in the shape of a frog, and it's what chocolate frogs from Harry Potter kind of a reference.
Yeah.
Those are nice, actually.
Yeah,
God,
like
Zimbabwean Freddos. There's a fucking holy grail to search for.
Oh my god! But yeah, you can see this one's at 20p. They're very tiny. These are just
They're
like
a
little
small
tiny
piece of
snack.
chocolate
It's like what you put in a lunchbox, you know.
About the size of like a fob for a car.
Yeah.
And nice chocolate, like cheap but nice chocolate that, you know, if you're looking for a bit of chocolate, it hits the spot, you know. It's so the poor kids don't have to suffer, and the Cadbury can keep, you know, victimizing them.
Yes.
But if those go over 20 pence, we're cooked. We're not if it goes over 50, we're very cooked.
This. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe some of it is a socialization thing. I think it's a combination of factors. I think it's because the West is declining and people are unhappy and they're addicted to day phones and all kinds of other
More
stuff.
importantly, they might just not be
True.
admitting
But I
they're
think it's
massive
also-
alcoholics.
I think it's also really expensive. Yeah, and I think that they've seen how alcohol has absolutely
Speaking of
fucked up
massive
other
drug addicts,
generations.
James Gunn.
So yeah, speaking of massive drug addicts and pedophiles.
Could you show the article that I showed you that I just had of him and I think his brother, and I was just laughing my ass off at the expressions.
Oh, where'd you wait. Yeah, I remember that, but I don't. Did you send it to me or did you post that in the group chat?
Yeah, I think I sent it to you. I just looked at their faces, like I just started.
Oh yeah, you did.
Laughing
Yeah, I'm pretty sure,
hysterically.
right?
I don't know
Who was
why.
that?
I think it was Disfru who sent it to me actually.
Uh,
I just looked at it and went like, this
dang.
is fucking hilarious.
Oh, by admitting
I
the
can't-
correspondence, you have fucking implicated.
Oh, here it
find
is.
it. I got it.
Yeah, hold on. This picture.
All right, while you do that, yeah, is Superman really about the Middle East? Blockbuster ignites
Yeah,
online
just look
debate.
at that.
Oh yeah. The photo just tickled you.
Jesus Christ, it's like an evil version of the Wiggles.
It really is. Oh my god.
This is the last thing you see before you get folded back into a Wayfair cabinet.
Look at this dude's shoulders.
What is with the geometry of this man's head? He looks like reactive tank armor.
He looks like the eagle from the Muppets on the left there. I
He
can't...
does look like the eagle from the Muppets. Holy!
Exactly like the eagle.
That's what this is. This is Jim Henson's workshop. We're watching it in real time. Look at that big fat black dude in the background.
Where?
Look closely.
Oh yeah, with the camera.
You were right on top of him and you couldn't see him.
Oh, I was looking
hang
at this
on,
guy.
hang on. Look at the guy behind Gunn. What's
Yeah.
up with his hair?
I don't know.
Look at his lower hairline. Other side, right side.
Oh.
What the fuck? What the fuck's
Oh,
going
I
on
know.
there? It's like you got like a weird Norman haircut on a slope. He's got the reverse Norman fade.
Yeah, I've managed to like knock everything off my desk
What
here.
the fuck? What are we talking about? The fucking Jackson
Oh, sorry.
Pollock painting ass fucking blazer on one side and like the Pac-Man yellow on the other.
I don't know fucking why, but just to look at these two people, it makes me laugh my
Yeah,
ass
they look-
off. It just looks
It
funny.
looks like a
eagle
shit
from-
post. It does. It's like the same vibe as like me, my wife and I saw you from across the bar and dig your vibe. Would you like to come back to our place?
Deadpool Kid for 10 says, hello, my European brothers and sisters. Hope everyone is staying safe from the migrant gangs, and hopefully we'll see a reconquista all the way through. Support from America. Deus Volt. Base.
Deus Volt.
Deus Volt.
Remember, folks, bill hooks are cheap. And they really fucking hurt as someone who's
Does that
been
mean-
hit with one.
By your own punch, a bill hook? Do you punch yourself in the face?
You should
I
feel
swear.
just, yeah, just.
Don't
seek to
shake me. I thought it was
poison-
pretty good.
You seek to poison European martial arts is my only place of comfort. You bring this poison water to my well.
Sorry. Anyway, Superman. So, I think the woke has been put away. But in terms of
Truth,
this...
justice, and the woke's put away. There's a fucking title here.
I think they're resetting everything. MAGA energy gone. Woke shit gone.
New paradigm shift, folks. Everyone go
Welcome to
home.
the new paradigm shift. Because apparently the new Superman movie isn't very good, but it's also not woke, particularly.
It's shit all by itself, and that's a thing to acclaim, apparently.
But everyone's now been trained because you kept giving them little treats. You kept giving them little financial treats for doing this. For fighting over Hollywood movies and whether or not they're woke, that they're still doing whether or not it is. So, here we go. Left-wing and right-wing Superman viewers have debated whether the conflict between fictional nations Boravia and Jarhanpur, in which Superman stops the more powerful Moravia from invading the poor, largely defenseless Jarhanpur, is a metaphor for Israel and Gaza. Hassan Piker, left-wing Twitch streamer, we're going to get to him and his reaction. Some tout as the left's answer to Joe Rogan. Piss off. suggested Sunday night that Moravia could be an analog for Israel, noting that the fictional country is depicted as a military power and ally of the U.S. while comparing its attempted takeover of Jaipur to Israel's military campaign in Gaza. Piker objected to an earlier video by conservative commentator Ben Shapiro, who said that the conflict portrayed in the movie does not compare to Israel and Gaza because it doesn't match up with the facts, and can only be seen by those with a left-wing brain, which is, I guess, for people, I don't really, look, I don't think the movie necessarily is intentionally woke or whatever, but it was clearly playing off of various international conflicts, I think, just enough to get this to happen, right?
Now, I will state this. I said the first time I saw the clip of the actual trailer, my first
it doesn't
gut response is, one, it looks like dog shit. Two,
yeah.
Clark Kent looks exactly like Hassan. Like dumb fucking
the
mop top broccoli haircut,
yeah.
the glasses, the weird triangle, like Johnny Bravo proportions. It is like Clark Kent looks like Hassan, and I think that might be intentional.
Yeah, but the Zoomers are becoming a market for, like, a proper market.
Because there's no substance to it. It's just look.
I just said they can't afford
member berries.
It's
like look, it looks vaguely like Thing.
Right. Well, maybe. I don't actually think it
strokes Hassan's ego, and when it strokes Hassan's ego, Hassan will praise it, and ergo his fans will praise it.
Right.
It's free marketing for the small price of making Clark Kent look like a fucking asshole. We get a bunch of free marketing and can save money.
Shapiro didn't like it in general, but he said that it had no political. Didn't think it had a political agenda, denying other theories that the movie is pro-immigration, which they did explicitly state right before the movie was about to come out, almost like it was an intentional little bit of bait.
Conservative YouTuber. Tim Pool is
conservative YouTuber Tim Pool was also disagreed that the movie was a metaphor for the conflict in Gaza, pointing out the two countries are portrayed in the movie as a wealthier Eastern Euro nation and a poorer South Asian nation. That doesn't tell me anything.
The issue there being fucking geography.
James Gunn has denied the movies about the Israel-Palestine conflict, though he has admitted it has political undertones. When I wrote this, the Middle Eastern conflict wasn't happening, so I guess it's like, it's about Russia and Ukraine, if it's about anything. I try to move it away from that. It doesn't have anything to do with the Middle East. Gunn said the movie depicts an invasion by a much more powerful country run by a despot into a country that's problematic in terms of its political history, but has totally no defense against the other country. That sounds like Russia-Ukraine to me.
That sounds like Ukraine and Russia, yeah, come on.
Yeah.
Okay, more important, when I was making this...
We forgot about Ukraine and Russia.
When I was writing this, we didn't have the issues in Israel and Gaza. What fucking years were they? Fucking 1923?
Yeah. I guess. I don't know, but everyone's forgotten. That's old news. So, yeah, he wrote this movie out of date. He didn't keep up with it. We don't even remember where Ukraine is on a map again.
But no, we need to keep making cape shit that looks worse than fucking Blade.
Right. Gunn admitted the movie is about politics, but said the movie is about morality and kindness. Previously sparked controversy after telling the Sunday Times Superman is an immigrant that came from other places. Superman is the story of America. Yeah, which was just to get people talking, so they'd go see it, so they'd go watch a boring fucking movie that isn't woke and still talk about it.
I think that...
I think this is a test for seeing about, how
this is
real
the
woke way is going to go.
This is I think this is a case of can we do a J.K. Rowling and keep having nothing of substance or like political treatise in the actual
still maintaining
media,
this.
But if we talk enough shit, it'll get us a bunch of free publicity anyway. So we can cut down from isn't 2/3 of the budget for films nowadays the marketing. So if you get
you usually want to not 2/3, a third,
at least a third. But the average Disney film, their budget you can double the budget listed because half of it is
because of the marketing. Yes,
and the marketing department buys up seats to artificially inflate the numbers.
Sure,
but in this case, if they realize that they can outsource marketing to just causing more hate,
what better advertising than to have people on the right go, "It's not woke." And then people will go see it to find out if it really is. What?
But the left wing will just
DC put out a superhero movie that wasn't woke?
The left will just be told, the right says it's woke, and then they'll go anywhere.
Yes, and the left will think, the right hates it because it's woke. It's actually about Israel and Palestine, so you should go see it. Look, oh my God, what brilliant marketing for as far as I can tell, a mediocre Superman movie. Great.
And just...
But I mean, look, it's worked. I think it has worked for them. It's gotten people talking about it. It's made people say very stupid things about it. Specifically, Right. And I think this is where they're putting it away and doing it in a smart way to get people back to the movie theaters, because then people will go and say, oh, it was harmless. And they can read whatever stupid politics they want into it. Superman is super mad, Ben Shapiro says, calls James Gunn's immigration theme
Why
weak.
does
I
he
just wanted
look
to
like
really show
a
this picture.
5-year-old in that fucking picture, that first one.
He
Okay,
really
real talk.
does.
What is it
He's going to
about-
his bat mitzvah. Bar
Is
mitzvah,
it
too.
as aggressive
trans.
as Tiny Mark? Tiny Mark the Cyborg.
Oh, no, it just, you remind of it because he's in front of a poster. Yeah,
I'm just thinking.
I don't know if that picture got posted. I think it did get posted to Twitter, publicly.
I think next week to see if it did.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it did. But when we went to go see Civil War, the political Civil War movie in Vegas, then for whatever reason, the way that Mark the Cyborg, like the way he was positioned in the group photo,
really tiny.
it made him look like he was not just like short, but as if it was like forced perspective, so he looked like a hobbit. It was very unfortunate.
He legit looked like a goblin. It was amazing. It was you guys had accidentally stumbled into the same trickery they used at fucking Weta.
Yeah. The Logical Mail for 5 says the plot outline of Superman is about a popularity contest between Lex and Superman in a PR battle. I mean, that sounds boring as fuck. Hey, Lodge.
I would pay money to. The only fucking Superman film I'd actually watch would just be it's well in the future, and it's just Lex and Clark in an old folks' home just bitching at each other.
Yeah,
and it's just like Bubba. It's just the plot of Bubba Hotep, but with Lex Luthor and Clark Kent. Just.
I would say this about this.
Why don't you just take the fucking money and leave, then, you rich bald fuck?
I do think that the best thing that's come out of the movie is this picture of Ben Shapiro, which is incredibly exploitable and has already been exploited quite a lot.
Yeah. Real talk, is Ben Shapiro actually useful for anything other than reaction images at this point?
No, but he's pretty good for that.
Ask him aside.
That's his purpose.
Was he ever useful? I mean, what do we get out of him?
Again, ask him aside.
Okay,
sure.
This is epic meme, the most insufferable right-wing meme.
He was useful for trying to basically destroy Jordan Peterson.
That's true.
Well, just did the heavy lifting there.
Dude, it really is Poll Magazine
the
circa
Benzos were doing the heavy
2016.
lifting there.
So here's Hassan's reaction. So Ben pointed at it and made a grumpy face. He didn't like it. It's not because it's woke. He just doesn't like it because it's shitty and boring, I guess, or lackluster. Whereas Hassan watched it and and thinks, oh, I'm just like him. He's me. I'm him.
His involvement in global affairs,
Now, if the irony
Can you make it a bit
of
louder?
Hassan, yeah, well, I might, yes, okay, I can make it a little bit louder. I would like anybody in the audience who's aware of this to just be aware while you're watching this, who wrote and created Superman and for what explicit purpose, and then compare that to Hassan Piker, who thinks he's him.
his moral compass causes others to also take action, causes others who have power to also take action. He literally makes people, he springs others into action. That's the whole point. That is the I don't know. I
just now discover Superman. You just now discover the concept of Superman because someone told you this movie was about Israel, Palestine. And now you find that inspirational. What everybody else likes about Superman and has for the last 100 years. Okay.
Hassan is like a perfect example of what they want to make. Someone whose brain has a retention time of about half an hour.
Yeah, because he's terminally online, totally brain rotted.
There's no fucking way now his brain's there.
No, I'm surprised. Yeah, I'm surprised he can sit through a movie. He probably had to play Subway Surfers while he was doing it.
Yeah, this is what they want to make you into, folks. This fucking weird, vaguely brown-eyed, degenerate, fucking drug fiend, sex pervert, fucking weirdo. This is the end game.
Yes.
This is the this is the Ubermensch they want.
The ultra final consumer. Consume. Truth, justice, and the American way, that is true, and that is the opposite of what Hassan represents. True, but that's not the part I find particularly funny.
I've tried to do with commentary in general, which is
what I do is just like Superman.
Right, and to defend vulnerable people, and to show by not just telling but also doing, no matter what the repercussions are. And I think that's what's
you don't get any repercussions, you fat sack of shit.
I know. He never
You get a
has got
slap on
any
the wrist while
repercussions.
you're on your day off. Get fucked, you fat bastard.
But he's just like Superman.
Not just inspirational towards human beings, but also towards
You do inspire a great deal of disgust in me.
Yeah, I will say I agree with
people
that.
who are powerful themselves. Like sometimes it's okay to do good.
Oh, you wouldn't know that, though. You would have no familiarity with that. What I find ironic about this is I'd like to give you a little history lesson, Hassan, as to who created Superman, two Jews, Simon and Schuster, and specifically what they were creating was a golem to protect the Jewish people. So if this movie is about Israel and Palestine, it's interesting that you think you're him, you're the golem. Okay.
And what do we know about golems? What's the whole point of the original golem myth? That the thing the Jews built eventually turns upon them.
Oh man. Oh, maybe he is him then. Maybe he is
No,
him.
that's not the case in Superman, but it's about the golem.
Yeah. Just thought that was a little chef's kiss.
It's bewildering, like, how fucking media illiterate he is, considering how much he rants and raves about anime all the fucking time.
Yes.
He hasn't watched.
Yes. Deadpool Kid for 5 says, Hassan, Destiny, Vosh, the unholy trinity of subhuman filth that Nietzsche warned us about. Yeah, pretty much.
A blunt rotation that will give you hepatitis C.
Sam Hyde video, except replace H-Man with the Jews. Yeah, I'm the Jews' top guy. Wait, what was this one? Oh yeah, this was just an interesting thing. Is that the leftists had to admit that their own base is violent and insane, so they need to rein them in, and they're not useful anymore. Oh my god, it's another Axios article that's not gonna let me read it. Very cool.
People at home...
Their own internal polling, and a bunch of Democrats have come out and said that they are afraid of their own voter base, is what this is about. I don't know why this doesn't work on Chrome for
folks,
some
can we
reason.
just have a Thunderdome built and just all go there to throw hands with each other or something? I don't know. We need to fucking move past this. We need to get off the pot.
Yeah. Democrats told Axios, House Democrats, they are seeing a growing anger among their base that in some cases has morphed into a disregard for American institutions, political traditions, and rule of law. I wonder who gave them that idea. This idea that we're going to save every norm, that we're not going to play the Republicans' game. I don't think that's resonating with voters anymore. Another told actors that there is a sense of fear and despair and anger amongst voters that puts us in a different position where we can't keep following norms of decorum. Axios spoke to more than 24 House Democrats for this story, with many requesting anonymity to offer candid insights about their interactions with constituents and activists. For months, Democrat lawmakers have fumed at their base's demands to fight harder, misunderstood the lack of legislative and investigative power afforded to the minority party in Congress. We've got people who are desperately wanting us to do something, no matter what we say, they want more. Representative Brad Schneider, the chair for Center-Left's New Democrat Coalition, told Axios, liberal voters have angrily accosted Democrats at their own town halls for, in their view, doing not enough to counter President Trump's agenda. Again, who gave them these ideas? So this is also the Democrats saying, well, we need to put this shit away. We're done with this now. They're saying their own base they have insane expectations. I'm just reading some more of these insane expectations that are unreal and dangerous. And that this is not an effective way to push back. It's like a Roman Colosseum. People just want more and more of the spectacle, said one lawmaker. How interesting. Uh-oh. That one caught on. And then they're all watching AA. Every single last one of them. He's the head of the front of the human centipede. It's true.
Sorry, I zoned out for a second there and came back to a very vile mental image.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's just true. AA's the head of the centipede. Look, if you're going to be in the human centipede, you want to be in the front of it, okay?
Well, yeah, exactly. That's why I keep getting upset that you motherfuckers keep dragging me into this shit.
Whoa, hang on. Fuck. Whoa. Accidentally... Oh, that probably didn't come through, actually. Right, because it was my other browser. Accidentally clicked on an old YouTube tab. It had Nicholas DiOrio just start talking.
Oh no, we missed out on the rendition of Four Big Guys.
It was just a Nick DiOrio stream I was listening to earlier.
Shameful. Way more shameful than Four Big Guys.
I know. So, Doctor Who has... while this is going on, it's getting an Emmy nomination for the musical episode for the series that canceled a 60-year-old TV show, most likely. Give yourself an award for killing this franchise on the way out.
I can't believe they gave me a Grammy for my video of me mag dumping Tupac's grave.
No. And then, leaked recordings from Belmont University and Red State, Tennessee show that school officials are trying to trick the Trump admin by simply renaming their DEI program to HUB, Hope, Unity, and Belonging, while changing nothing. So, when I say woke is going to be put away, this is how it gets put away. It gets put away in that...
It's crammed in
like
every
you see in
nook
the Superman
and cranny
movie.
that is available to hide it.
Right, so it can't really be said that you're really hiding it. No, they're signaling to you. You are Hitler's, the Jews' top guy, right?
Listen,
They're talking to you in coded messaging.
I know it's the Shabbat, but we've got a little wire that goes around the whole city, so it's technically indoors.
Right, exactly.
If they think they can trick God, what do you think they think they're about you? Jesus, what? Literally.
It's like, yeah, don't do work on Shabbat, and it's like, thanks God. So you mean run a wire outside of my house and all around the neighborhood, so it's technically not outside?
Do no work
Just
on the Sabbath, so you can have the day off. I should keep slaves. That's not what I said. And then Shabo goes in.
In the recordings, it says Director of Student Success and Flourishing in your lane.
I'm gonna go fucking douse
Moisturized.
myself in kerosene and set myself ablaze.
Joseph Lukey says that Belmont is quietly trying to create as an inclusive space as possible without attracting notice. He also says the school knows it has illegal migrant students, which is it is trying to hide from the federal government. God.
We're always going to keep doing what we're doing. The work never stops. We just change on how we talk about it. Obviously, you can tell I'm very passionate about stuff like this. We always try to...
If I close my eyes and I heard that, if I close my eyes and I heard that voice again, I could swear to God that was Marco Rubio.
Oh man, yeah.
To me, it sounded a little bit like Southern.
him.
It sounded like a Cork accent for a hot second there. That was very strange.
What's happening around us, but that doesn't mean like what we're focusing on completely stops. We definitely have to navigate very carefully and just cautiously, just because we just don't ever know, especially with like the ICE raids that are happening in the city. That impacts our...
Get it right. They're just gonna rename it. Now it's HUB, Hope, Unity, and Belonging. There you go. They're just gonna rename it. Now we end, because I know Spoon wanted to get out of here early because he's working on a video. It's gonna take you a while, yeah? A big project.
That and I'm gonna be away for the next like 4 days.
Oh right, yes.
Yeah,
Let's
I should probably
let's
tell my
watch
followers
the.
that because I released a video and said, yeah, the videos are back, and then I got called like, hey, look, we're having a family meeting. Do you want to join? I'm like,
Yeah.
Great. I either piss off my family I haven't seen in 20 years or all my followers. Like, great, thanks.
Yeah, but you're also gonna have have drinks and have a good time.
Yeah, but it's more that I don't want to piss off my fans because I promised them something and then I don't deliver because something else fucking came up, and I just hate that.
I think everyone understands family.
Yeah, it's still cringing gay.
I told you it was okay.
Family's
They
not
can take it up
cringe.
from me.
This is a right-leading channel. Family's not cringing gay.
They can offset the half hour of your video down 4 days.
Sorry about the Scott.
Knucker is trying to erupt onto the scene yet again.
So this is the Jeff the Unicorn bit that would end on this. I don't know how long it goes on
If
for.
you hate rags, you're in for a treat.
Yeah, and
You're in
also
for a special treat.
If you're not familiar with Knucka Levy, this is how Bill and I met, was through Knucka, the
This is
the
on Richler's
Scotsman.
channel. He's our resident Serbian artist and one
Yes.
of my very favorite people.
It's amazing how good and how fast Rit is at drawing. When I met him at Mega's wedding, he had this little Etch-a-Sketch type thing. There were some kids there, and he was just drawing stuff with them, like really so fast. He could, and then just erase it and start all over again. Like for me, I always want to say I could just erase something, and I drew that quickly.
What you can see on screen in the top right of the picture-in-picture.
Yeah, he drew this while we were playing.
There, he can draw that in about 15 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
That it is crap.
He's very good at sketches.
His art
doing
style
that.
is impeccable for that stuff, and he's just full tilt.
And we would have like real-time art updates while we were playing. And here's Jeff the Unicorn thing.
I want to see what kicks off.
I just look at Mud and Zingji point at the sack with the horn and say money.
Yeah.
Okay, for reference, Mud is a little goblin-y one, voiced with the Cockney accent.
No, this
Sounds slightly like me.
This is not gonna. I don't know. I'm thinking now if we play, this is not gonna make any sense.
Yeah, most likely not, but it's worth a fucking go.
All right, we'll play for a little bit and see if it makes any sense.
Throg is Nucker Scottish accent. Rags is playing the paladin, which I can't remember his name is, and Aiden was playing Jingji, which is the literal monkey man.
Yeah, as a monkey monk.
I care less about money and more about chaos.
Okay.
I
let
care more
Genji-
about money than chaos.
Alright,
You
well,
only
okay,
get
Puppet,
half
what do
the
you
fight.
think? Puppet, what do you think?
Not 3/4.
Go
what
for
is
the
it,
money.
3/8?
Oh, fuck you, Puppet.
Oh man,
You don't
thought
get
the
a
plan would fucking be.
4 to 2.
Oh, come on.
Alright.
4 to 2.
No,
Unless
actually,
Survivor
I
wants to
changed my
check
mind.
his
I
voice,
changed
then we
my
kill a
mind.
deadlock.
I changed my mind.
Well, let's find. I agree with Thok that we should try and find a way to heal Jeff.
Jeff here is dead, as you can see. Or he's...
Right,
But
I don't know if he was actually dead. I don't think he was actually dead, was he?
Damn near.
Damn near, yeah.
This is after.
Jeff's legs are just stuck up in the air like something out of a fucking
Okay,
cartoon.
alright, well,
That makes it so funny.
okay.
Look,
We're at a
okay,
tie,
you have-
it's free for free.
You have a collar, right? That will tell you what
Yes.
the correct answer is.
No.
We kept
that's
trying.
what it does.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, we.
yes, it does. He
For reference, this is from episode 19. The collar he got given that would literally let his god warn him if he was about to break his oaths. I think that turned up episode like 4
immediately.
and he refused to use it at all.
Ever, yes.
In fact, he
Okay, no.
Yeah, you're.
he would use wreckage from where it appeared rather than use the actual collar he was given and was told was safe.
Yes.
No,
fucking
no. Listen.
shit.
The phylactery of faithfulness is aware of any action or item that could adversely affect my alignment. That doesn't tell me what's right or wrong. It just
Yes, it's from your god.
It literally does.
For me to go against Curtis. That's all it needs. Now, what that specific thing is, I'm not exactly sure, but it's a clue. It in and of itself doesn't tell me what it is.
Be noted that it hasn't been activated yet.
Alright, well, give it. Alright, okay. Let's compromise. At least just give me the horn to just rub it at the side of
Cut
its
them
head.
both in half, and then
I take a coin.
No, listen, here, I don't think you should rub the actual unicorn horn with this imposter parasite. I feel like that...
Yeah, I get it where he says, "I
Well,
wish."
use the
Yeah.
touch to remove the parasite and then let me rub the fucking horn.
I don't.
well,
We don't know if removing the
Pathfinder.
like that.
Heads
will
or tails,
hurt.
Thok?
Yeah. Cold War Mech produces Pathfinder has invaded gay politics. Absolute win. For some, maybe.
Everything eventually becomes a D&D channel for boys and girls.
Oh, well, I want to try it, and if it doesn't work, then I'll fucking give it
What
back.
we do is we can wait and we can bring Jeff to town and we can...
Hang on a minute. Let me just check that we're. I think we are in the right place. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Yes.
Yeah.
It was actually a little bit before this. Okay. Yes, this is when he wished for it. Yeah.
At its head. I'm not going to force it there. I'm not going to stab it in the head. I'm going to
Okay.
place the heart at its chest.
You can hear me giggling.
I'm going to no. I'm going to give a stick to talk, and I'm going to roll a bluff.
I'm going to throw it back at you.
I'm going to roll a bluff, and I'm going to hope.
You gotta bluff pretty fucking hard to go for it.
Nucker.
This stick is a unicorn horn.
What is Thok doing?
No. The horn is in my possession.
What is
It's behind me.
Let me rephrase. What is Thok's intention here?
I am going to take the unicorn.
So again, Bill knows that he's got this floating wish. So yeah, what do you wish, Naka?
I got Mega Saber blowing up my DMs. It's like, it's happening!
It's happening! It's happening!
At its head. And I'm going to take the heart and put it in its chest. And I am going to wish that Jeff will become a real unicorn and be healed of his tentacle. And the spirit of the unicorn will imbue Jeff with the power to be a real unicorn. And it will pass on, and we will save the beautiful unicorn of the forest, because that's the right thing to do. And I wish, with childlike wonder, I wish.
Oh, there it was. When did you say wish granted? That you did say that, I think.
Right,
Yeah.
let it cook.
Is it in the same section?
It is in the same section.
I'm trying to see because there's a lot of waffling.
It's like
between-
right. I think it's like right.
Yeah. Is it okay?
With childlike wonder, I give you a stick and I tell you that this is the real corn.
I feel like it wasn't.
Like, it was at the exact wish was spoken at 2:40:53.
2:40. Okay. Ah, here we go. Yeah. Okay. This is the.
Sorry, folks. I'm just kind of a ramshackle situation.
Yeah. Here we go.
Tenderly rub Jeff's chest, and I'm gonna close my eyes. I'm just going to wish that Jeff can get better, and he can be a big strong unicorn and save the unicorns.
All right, I can't believe I'm fucking
The
doing
white
this.
flame forms words. That's all you had to say.
And it's happening.
This is retarded. This is the most fucking.
You can hear no, roll it back. I want to hear that. That's here. I want that full like it's like Tusk by Fleetwood Mac. You need to hear the pauses. This is
It's all you had to say.
Forms words. That's all you had to say.
This is retarded.
You did, Cole. We're sorry.
Retarded.
The fucking you can hear in the background. You can hear.
You just stick a unicorn's horn onto another person's horse and wish like a child, and it becomes a unicorn.
It's the power of wishes and dreams. Don't let your means be dreams.
It was listen. It was the wish of a virgin.
Rags, after all the nightmarish shit that happened today in that fucking forest with time and space and nightmare shit, the wish of a virgin with a unicorn horn doing this, is it really that strange?
Just to put it in context, yeah, this is like the least weird episode.
I'm in fucking bizarro world right now.
I have to honour it because you know what was made before this campaign even began. I was told there is a floating wish. The first person to make a wish verbally, that begins with "I wish," is honoured.
So this happened because of something out of game too. Wow. No wonder it makes sense. I'm happy for Jeff. No, I'm happy Jeff's a
He
unicorn.
was not
right?
happy for Jeff.
I'm over the moon that Jeff is a fucking unicorn right now because of
Here it is.
a wish.
Gang. Can I hug Jeff?
Wait,
Jeff
is
really
Jeff a male
love me?
unicorn?
Wait,
Yes.
is this
Yes,
Okay, well, let's take Jeff back to town with us, and we can
What do you
milk
think?
him all the time.
What do you think we were like? Oh, it's a girl. What are you gonna name him? Jeff.
Yeah.
So, can we take a moment to
you know where-
appreciate
you
this
know where we're at
album,
right now.
this fucking Sonata Arctica album cover that is in the background of this goddamn map?
Anyway, that was.
I forgot about the Sonatica Arctica reference.
That is like that was the gist. Just in terms of Rags just being very upset. Now that we've driven.
There's, I'll post this in the Rolling the Isles chat,
Yes.
so everyone you can watch the whole thing. It's like episode 19 out of like 40 of the second whole series.
Yeah. Anyway, so that was because Rags came up. There's the I had you had to set up. I thought it was the earlier wish part, but yes, Nuka made a very
he's so
pure,
upset. Oh my
pure
goodness.
wish. He's not happy. Anywho, on that very nerdy note, that's the Jeff the Unicorn story. And we'll see you all next week. Oh, and my new video out tomorrow. I'm pretty sure I have to make sure everything's good to go. But if not tomorrow, then Friday. I have to decide. Bleh. Anywho, and then Spoon I think is gonna go work on his video. So yeah, we'll head out a little bit early tonight. All right, guys. See you next week. Cheers. Bye bye.
Alla Patrullen.